advisory committee on immunization practices earlier this year, filling it mostly with people who have been critical of the current vaccination practices. The panel may vote later this week to stop giving all babies the hepatitis B vaccination within 24 hours of birth. Critics say the shot is no longer necessary after a 99% drop in childhood infections since 1991.
Health Secretary Kennedy believes increases in autism, chronic disease, and food allergies are linked to vaccines. Top medical groups say there's no evidence of that. Results of a large follow-up study published in today's journal Cell confirm results of a smaller study that the shingles vaccine cuts the risk of developing dementia by 20% over a 7-year period. The new research also finds the vaccination may protect against the risks at different stages of disease, including in people already diagnosed. Russia's Vladimir Putin has just begun talks with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner on the U.S. peace plan for Ukraine. CBS's Ramy Inocencio is at the foreign desk.
This is Witkoff's 6th visit to Russia this year, and at the heart of this, they're expected to discuss and deliberate over what he and the Ukrainians talked about on Sunday in Florida about the evolution of that initial 28-point peace plan that was floated about 2 weeks ago now by the U.S. and Russia.
To New York now, where Luigi Mangione is back in court as both defense and prosecution spar over what can and cannot be admitted as evidence in his murder case. At issue, a 911 call from a McDonald's manager in Altoona, Pennsylvania, where Mangione was arrested after the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last year. CBS's Katrina Kaufman.
We're getting a glimpse of footage that people haven't seen yet of these calls, which it's unclear whether the public will ultimately hear them at trial even, because this is a special pre-trial hearing to determine what can come in later.
Michael and Susan Dell of Dell Technologies say they're giving $6.25 billion to Invest in America, an initiative that's part of the so-called Big Beautiful Bill passed by Congress. It means that starting next summer, every child born after January 1st of this year will be eligible for a federal investment account. Susan Dell?
For us, this was a natural fit because this is, in a very large way, going to reach a lot of children and help them have a start at a really bright future.
At the age of 18, they'll be able to use the money for education, starting a business, or buying a home. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A street racing takeover and gunfire rattles a Pierce County neighborhood. The story coming up, but first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. I-5 south of Everett, there may be State Patrol activity slowing traffic slightly. Mostly, you've just got a lot of volume out there still. Travel times, Everett to Seattle, 44 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 55. Renton to Bellevue, 40. And you are still tapping brakes on the 520 and I-90 bridges. Traffic brought to you by Seattle Sports. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. A home in Pierce County is riddled with bullet holes after a street takeover in Parkland over the weekend. KIRO 7 TV's Madeline Audley reports.
Can still see the skid marks from cars that were doing donuts here. A woman who lives nearby says the whole thing ended in that gunfire. She ended up finding several bullet holes in her fence, one in her husband's truck, and another near her front door.
We have a 4-year-old son. Thank God his room's on the opposite side of the house.
Pierce County Sheriff's Office confirmed to me they got a ton of 911 calls, but they couldn't respond until they had enough deputies. Everyone was gone when those deputies got here, and no arrests were made.
Seattle police checking out a car with expired tabs in a shattered window in the First Hill neighborhood say they found a driver nodding off with a drug pipe in his hand. They say they searched the car and uncovered a stash of fentanyl, Xanax, meth, cocaine, cash, baggies, and scales. They arrested him for suspected drug dealing. To Tacoma, where renters and landlords will be closely watching the city council today, which is considering changing a voter-approved tenant bill of rights. KIRO 7 TV's Ranji Sinha reports.
The changes could include changing the cap on late fees. The voter measure capped the fee at $10. The dates for a ban on winter evictions could also change. Also, groups like the Tacoma Housing Authority and some other affordable housing could be exempt from certain bans on evictions.
Under the city's charter, the council does have the ability to change voter-approved bills. Residents near Lake Tapps want the state to test 3 dead wild birds to see if they have bird flu. Jeff Lincoln tells KIRO 7 TV he's worried it could spread.
There's very large herds of dairy cattle in this area, and these birds are present on those farms.
State wildlife experts say they only test for bird flu when 10 to 15 birds die within a short period of time, although they are monitoring the situation. A dog is safe after falling 20 feet down a crevasse in Kittitas County. More from KIRO 7 TV's Eric Thomas.
This happened in the Roslyn Urban Forest. Nearly a dozen different teams had to come out to help rescue her after her owners realized she had disappeared while going on a walk. But it was a race against time. Luckily, after spending 7 long hours in the freezing water, they were able to pull her out.
She was absolutely fine. Scratches and bruises, but even those are fairly minor.
Those owners say they're grateful for all those who helped out with the rescue.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 45 in downtown Seattle. I'm Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So look, it's December 2nd, and I got in my car this morning. And when I got in my car this morning, Ursula, I decided, I'm like, oh my goodness, wait, it's December. I'm going to start listening to Christmas music.
Good
and
for you.
Yeah, right? So I go to turn it on, and I'm rolling, you feel me? I put on that Donny Hathaway this Christmas. By the way, my dad loved the Donny Hathaway version. The Chris Brown version of This Christmas is actually the best, but that's another story. I'm in my head. And I got to listening, and it just didn't feel right.
It was like too early?
It's too early.
You don't even have a Christmas tree up yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's so, I'm asking right now, is December 2nd too early?
I think you can.
It wasn't working for me. I was forcing it.
If it brings you joy, you can have Christmas music in August.
I was trying, but it just didn't work for your boy.
Try it again in a week.
Try it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, in a week.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
give
that.
it another week.
Okay. All right.
It's also because you didn't go to the mall on Friday. Right now, you're not feeling any different.
Are you in a Christmas spirit after that mall visit?
Hey, sometimes you hear a story and you cannot help but feel so inspired. And we're going to share one of those stories coming up here at 9:30. And then at 9:47, G, it is time for our world-famous Would You Rather game.
World famous?
I'm sure you have some doozies for us.
I got some doozies.
As always, we invite you to join us on our KIRO News Radio text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. Just remember, you are a very important part of the show.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Well,
They are. I'm just kidding. I just want to. I want to keep them on their toes. I can't be so robotic.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Ursula. Let's get to your top stories of the day. Brought to you by Bathfitter Northwest. What do you got?
Well, Costco is now taking the Trump administration to court. The company says it wants its money back. The Issaquah-based retail giant has now filed a lawsuit demanding a full refund of the tariffs that it has already paid this year under President Trump's reciprocal and fentanyl tariffs. These are the same duties now under review at the U.S. Supreme Court. So Costco's concerned, even if the nation's highest court rules that Trump did not have the legal authority to impose those tariffs, Costco might still never see that money again. Because the problem is there's this looming December 15th deadline called liquidation, and that's the final calculation of tariffs owed. I know it's really wonky there, but once that date hits, not all of those charges can be challenged or refunded. So they've got a very tight timeline here. Customs and Border Protection is refusing to extend that deadline, and Costco isn't saying how much it believes it's owed, just that the amount is significant enough to take the administration to federal court. And they're actually not alone, G. Dozens of companies have now filed similar lawsuits to protect their ability to get refunds if the Supreme Court strikes down the tariffs.
Yeah. Let's just stay with Costco. And you guys, Costco is very powerful. Chef brought in this list of all of the companies that have caved to Donald Trump. And if there's one company that I know won't cave to Donald Trump, the one company that will not bow down or bend the knee to Donald is Costco. And here's why. Costco is powerful for one simple reason. The relationship that they have with their customers and their workers. You can't tell nobody anything bad about Costco. Everybody is going to have a positive experience because when you go to Costco, you feel like you are actually getting a savings. You actually feel that Costco is doing their best to hand you a good savings. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when we see all of these companies, Ursula, that have caved and we get so disappointed.
And universities too,
and universities too, and news organizations too. I think that these are companies and organizations and universities that want to do this because they're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to cause any waves. Here, Donald, take this. I'll cave. You're the boss. You're great. And then you'll leave us alone. Whereas Costco knows that people, doesn't matter your politics or anything, actually look to them. And Costco is saying this, we're not about to do this because these tariffs and all those things, guess what they do? They impact our customers, so we're going to fight.
Well, not only that, I don't even know that this is a political fight as much as it's a financial one because look at how Costco could lose out on hundreds of millions of dollars. And what's promising for the company is that the lower courts have already ruled that the president did exceed his authority. One federal circuit judge put it plainly, saying that tariffs are a congressional power and not a presidential one. And then remember during oral arguments earlier when several Supreme Court justices actually sounded skeptical of the administration's position. Yeah. So it looks good for Costco. And again, they have this very small window. For its part, the White House is warning of, quote unquote, enormous economic consequences if it has to pay back hundreds of millions of dollars in tariff refunds. But I say good for Costco, good for standing on principle. And I think what you said about, even when we did a negative story about the company recently, it was like, well, they're probably going to make good on, XYZ with their labeling of it. It was some kind of alcohol that was mislabeled.
The tequila.
Yeah, exactly.
Tequila.
Exactly. And it's like, people are so willing to give Costco the benefit of the doubt, or even with its higher membership or allowing the executive members to have special
shop at a certain
shopping
time.
hours. I know. People are like, oh, well, yeah, it is interesting.
So I just got a text message. Somebody said, I hate Costco. Come on now.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
Well, do people complain about the lines?
Do you complain about those appetizers that you get? All good those samples?
No.
You complain about them samples?
I am one of those people that make sure that I tell the sample.
You tell them thank you?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
And tell them they're doing a great job. And sometimes I will actually get a bag of whatever it is that they're,
Same.
That is so funny. It works, whatever they're doing. Okay, Starbucks. Let's talk about another company. Starbucks is going to pay more than $35 million to over 15,000 workers in New York City. This is to settle allegations that the company denied baristas stable schedules, cut their hours without warning, and violated the city's Fair Workweek law. City investigators say Starbucks kept workers on these erratic, last-minute schedules that made it very hard for them to plan their childcare or school or even a second job. So most hourly employees will get about $50 for every week they worked from 2021 through mid-2024. Starbucks is also going to pay $3.4 million in civil penalties and has agreed to follow the city's scheduling rules going forward. And this all happened just hours before Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani and Senator Bernie Sanders joined the striking baristas on a picket line in Brooklyn.
Like so many working people across this city, these are not demands of greed. These are demands for decency. These are workers who are simply being asked to be treated with the respect that they deserve. They're being asked that their labor be repaid in a manner that allows them to build a dignified life.
Workers United says 2,500 baristas across more than 120 stores are striking. They're saying this is the longest unfair labor practice strike in the company's history. Starbucks is still insisting that the impact is tiny, that 99% of its stores in the U.S. remain open, and they also say that the union is inflating the numbers. But here at home, there are 3 Seattle area stores, one in the U District, one in West Queen Anne, and another in Redmond, that are still closed as baristas continue their walkout. They also have been pushing for more hours, better staffing, and an actual contract, which is 4 years after the first store in Buffalo voted to unionize. Starbucks says it's ready to negotiate as soon as the union returns to the table.
If I had a message to Starbucks, my message would be, Ursula, it would be a reminder to why and how Starbucks reigned supreme in the first place. It's because it was more than just coffee. It was more of a sense of belonging and more a sense of belief in the company. And I think that's what, and plus, it also helped to have a consistent cup of coffee. That was kind of a big thing. But what's happening right now, every single time, if it's in Ursula's news story or if it's all over the news, if it's a new labor lawsuit, a wage violation, some type of messy headline, every time that happens, the belief in Starbucks cracks. And I'm going to tell you what's happening right now also. There are people who used to be maybe 5 days a week Starbucks, right? Every single day Starbucks. Or gift cards for Christmas, Starbucks. Or birthday gifts, Starbucks. That's waning. Like, people are really making conscious decisions. And I'd argue, not our generation, Ursula, but the younger generation that's coming before us. Like, isn't it interesting that it's right away as soon as Katie Wilson got it, mayor-elect, she's talking about Starbucks, and as soon as Mamdani is mayor-elect, he's talking about Starbucks.
Well, because it represents the whole union fight.
Right, but they're voting. These youngsters are not, they don't just vote with their conscience, they're buying with their conscience. And I'm telling you, if it's 2025 now, if Starbucks plans to still be a topic in 2035, you better change, because this ain't going to go right for you.
Okay, I largely agree with you, but I will say this, because I keep wondering, like, why is Starbucks fighting this so hard?
Okay.
And I did a bit of a deep dive, and essentially Starbucks could lose hundreds of millions of dollars every single year if everyone becomes unionized. We're talking about even a $1 to $2 an hour increase for all their workers would be $150 to $300 million per year. And then if they have to follow the whole predictable shifts thing instead of cutting hours, for example, if it's slow and they want to cut hours but they can't, that could add another $100 million each year. And then add benefits to that, which adds millions more. So you can see why the company would fight these union efforts, right? So for them, a $35 million payment is less than 1% of the company's typical annual profit during its strongest years. But the thing that I saw is that in 2023, Starbucks made more than $4 billion in profit. And this year, that number is looking closer to $2 billion. So, and remember, they brought in the new CEO and that kind of thing. But
that's making $96 million, the new CEO, when the median pay for Starbucks right now is $14,000 a year, median, right? So, again, I would say the great philosopher Paula Abdul said, you can't continue to take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back.
This is true, because you're staying in place, aren't you? Hey, question though. I want to hear it. This is where, remember I said, you listening are a very important part of the show. How has your view of Starbucks changed? Does any of this change anything? Have you changed your Starbucks habit if you had one? Text us at 888-973-5476.
I'm one of those, just so you know.
888-973 KIRO.
I'm one of those right now. And I just had Starbucks the most when I was out of town because you can't get good coffee anywhere in the Midwest, so I was relying on Starbucks.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm cool. Like, I'm really making
conscious decisions.
And I don't usually do that with companies and stuff. I think that's the young folks that do that. I don't do that. But Starbucks, y'all got me doing that.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a new bill that's going to be floated in Olympia that would hit major employers like Starbucks, Amazon, and Microsoft with a payroll tax aimed at raising $2 billion a year. Representative Sean Scott, who is a Democrat, is introducing it today.
The Well Washington Fund is about investing in critical silos of public sector spending at the same time that the Trump administration is defunding them.
Now, this plan would tax salaries above $125,000 at 5% for companies with more than 50 employees. And Scott says it would bring in $5.5 billion per biennium to support housing, healthcare, and education. But Republicans, including State Senator Chris Corey, tell Como 4 News this new tax is just going to end up hurting our state.
It's a bad idea, right? We're going to end up removing our tax base. Like the people that are actually contributing to our economy are going to be leaving. And that's going to create bigger problems in the future.
And business groups are warning that Washington employers are already at their limit. Unions, meanwhile, say the tax is needed to protect seniors and people with disabilities from federal Medicaid cuts. And the representative who is proposing this is challenging critics to point out, what would you cut? Public schools, healthcare, or financial aid if you are against this tax?
The Well Washington Fund, in part, bolsters spending on cash assistance programs. And the fact of the matter is that you see a much higher density of people who rely on supplemental nutrition assistance programs in Republican districts than you do in blue ones.
Okay, I know this is your favorite topic. Well, what do you think?
This sucks. And it sucks because we continue to talk about the upside down tax system in this state. Hey, I do agree with the minimization of federal funding coming in here and the threat of people needing those funds and things being cut. So I understand why you would want to go after these big companies to get some of these taxes. But here's the truth, Ursula. We can't expect all of a sudden for these big companies to be like, oh, you guys want to tax us? Okay, cool. You know what? We're going to just do this for the greater good. No problem. We'll take the L on the extra taxes. We'll do it. Now, in the perfect world, these big companies would say, hey, you know what, Seattle? We do make a lot of money, and we believe that this state's important. So go ahead. We'll go ahead and we'll take on that tax. No problem. That would be nice. If it does go that way, then Ursula, I think our jobs are easy then. But I just don't feel it's going to go that way because the Jumpstart tax taught us what? That Amazon said, oh, y'all want to do a Jumpstart tax? You know what? These offices that we were going to do in Seattle, we just go over to Bellevue.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that they also said, Amazon also said just recently, let's wait until Katie Wilson comes in and, we plan to stay here, et cetera. They want to see how things shake out. Now, here's my question, and I will bring it up again. And this is my issue again with lopsided government. And that's what I believe we have in Olympia, where one party is controlling all branches. Because the state just passed like the biggest tax increases, I believe, in history. And I think it was to the tune of $8 to $9 billion worth of new taxes. And we're still looking at a deficit. And once again, we're hitting taxes. And do I feel sorry for these big companies? No. But I think this would be a lot easier for many of us to swallow if you say, hey, this is what we've done. This is all the things that we have done to find areas to cut before we now go and ask for more taxes yet again. It's exhausting, just the number of, and I hear you on the whole regressive tax system, et cetera. And again, I don't feel sorry for these big companies, but let the chips fall where they may. We may lose some.
But yeah, we might. But but on the same time, on the side of things, like I know we're always asking about cuts. Like, do we also recognize that inflation is a real thing and everything costs more now? So while everything is costing more and we are relying on property tax, which, by the way, has a cap, right? And we're also relying on sales tax. And oh, by the way, people are now starting to slow down on their spending here locally.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Yeah, even more reason to, again, this is what I would have to do with my own budget at home. Where am I going to cut before I ask for new revenue?
Boy,
Not easy. I'm not saying it's easy.
I just love that topic so much. I love it. I just love it. Hey, 9:47, we will play the world famous Would You Rather game. But coming up at 9:30, is Sully going to join us? No? Okay.
No, we're going to talk about a really
cool story.
Inspirational story.
All right. It's called, this story coming up next, I think that this story is so cool that I think more people will start doing it. It's called Last Person Standing. Do the next. Gee Ursula.
Hey, Dan, that spaceship-wide lunch meeting at noon, please say it's not more astronaut ice cream and powdered orange drink.
Negatory. Ground control hooked us up with EasyCater, so now we can order from a galaxy of restaurants with tools to stay on budget and meet our dietary needs.
Thank heavens. My dairy tolerance and anti-gravity is not great.
And with EasyCater, it's all on one simple platform, so we can focus on space stuff, like that asteroid. So how about tacos? Hold the cheese.
EasyCater, a stellar way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83 or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83 or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
$83 or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
$83 or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Seattle U's men's basketball is hosting some big games at Climate Pledge. Come see teams like UW, Wazoo, and the Zags. First game is December 7th against UTEP. Grab your tickets at GoSeattleU.com/tickets.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Parango and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com. Bucky'sAutoRepair.com.
For 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has earned local trust with honest pricing and guaranteed repairs. That's why they're Carfax preferred. No gimmicks, just great service. Bucky's.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. The White House now admits there was a second strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean, but Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says it was not Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth who gave the order.
Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct these kinetic strikes.
Ultimately, who gave the order that killed 2 survivors of the first strike might be beside the point. Washington Congressman Adam Smith.
The law of war is you cannot kill people who are no longer a threat to you. And clearly, 2 wounded people clinging to a sinking boat in the middle of the Mediterranean, there is no plausible argument for how those two people are a threat.
As ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, Smith tells me he is meeting with Admiral Mitchell Bradley this week to get more details. Issaquah-based Costco is suing the Trump administration over tariffs. CBS's Michael Wallace reports.
In its suit filed at the U.S. Court of International Trade, the retail giant argues President Trump unlawfully used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose his tariffs. Costco is seeking a full refund on all the tariffs it has paid. The Supreme Court is considering whether Trump had the legal authority to impose the tariffs. Dozens of other companies, including Bumblebee and Kawasaki, have also filed lawsuits seeking tariff refunds.
The numbers on Cyber Monday are coming in. Adobe Analytics reports U.S. shoppers spent $14.25 billion. That's 7.1% more than this time last year. Forbes is calling it the biggest online shopping day of all time in the U.S. The man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is expected back in court this morning. CBS's Jerika Duncan says Luigi Mangioni's lawyers are asking a judge to toss out some of the evidence against him.
Investigators say they discovered a notebook and 9mm handgun in Mangioni's backpack, key evidence his defense team is asking the court to suppress. They argue police did not have a search warrant and failed to read Mangioni his Miranda rights.
Sources tell KIRO News Radio that the Green River serial killer is receiving end-of-life care at the state penitentiary. In 2003, Ridgway pleaded guilty to murdering 49 women. He's now 76 years old. On Wall Street, the Dow was up 267 points, NASDAQ ahead 188. KIRO News Radio traffic. A crash is blocking a lane on State Route 520 westbound near I-405. In Tacoma, look out for the disabled vehicle blocking a lane on the I-5 southbound ramp from Portland Avenue East. Travel times, Everett to Seattle, 49 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 59. Renton to Bellevue, 37. You are still tapping brakes on the 520 and I-90 bridges. Traffic brought to you by Seattle Sports. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 45 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Tuesday to all of you. And we were talking about this story being one of those inspirational ones. You think it might inspire others to do something similar, but You know how we've talked about the loneliness epidemic in this country, especially when it comes to men, and how difficult it can be for men to maintain friendships? You saw this story on social media, and it's about a group of 18 men in Orange County, California, who've bucked the trend for the past 50 years, and they are vowing continued friendship until the very end.
Toast the friendships that we have shared until the last man,
and he shall toast alone.
The term lifelong friends is a statement this group of brothers takes to heart.
We were such good friends, we figured we cannot let this go.
While in high school in 1976, the group of guys, 18 deep, made a pact with each other to be friends until there was one last man standing.
The last guy has access to a bottle that was purchased in 1976. It's 1976 cognac, and that person will open that and toast all of his last man brothers and the unbelievable friendships and love we've had over the years.
Over the last 5 decades, the boys have grown into men. And every Thanksgiving, members of the Last Man Society reunite to celebrate brotherhood and life.
My wife will tell you that our Thanksgiving is planned around the Last Man celebration. Our families are all friends, and getting everybody together is a challenge, but we accomplished it.
The festivities include team-building exercises and their annual Turkey Bowl game. 50 years later, the group is still intact.
You know, we're well aware that all of us are closer to the crypt than we are the cradle. That'll be a huge challenge. These are my friends for life, and it's hard to think about that.
That story from ABC7 in Orange County.
Yeah.
That is just so darn cool.
It really was. The reason why this story stood out to me is because last week I had an opportunity to hang out, and I went to breakfast with a couple of my buddies from military school. And we talked about things as if it were yesterday.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we've been knowing each other. The last time I had seen one of them, it had been 32 years since I'd seen them in person. And the other one was 31 years. Oh, no, one was 34, one was 31. And seeing this, what a great concept and idea. Like, okay, we have a bottle, and this bottle is for our friendship group, our group together. However, it could be 2 of you or it could be 50 of you. And at the very end, the last person standing has to toast to the friendship.
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's one of those things that I wish I had thought of because, like you, I have friends that are basically lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm.
When we moved to the United States when I was 13, one of my best friends is still one of my best friends today, and she lives here in the Seattle area. I think I recently told you that we celebrated her birthday. And this is the friend who... Remember I told you about the guy who was chasing us in Eugene with the dog? Yeah, that friend.
Yep.
So, how cool would it be, though, that you have regular meetings, that you see each other through life's highs and life's lows, and you get together? It's kind of like those stories where you hear of people who take pictures of their kids, same position, same spot, you know, all the way through their lifetime, that they've had the forethought to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, you have this beautiful thing.
Yeah. And I think that this is something, again, you can start this now. And one of the positiveness to this story is that I think that if you do this, it would make you or anyone else, it will make you more intentional with your friendship.
Yes.
Like it would make you like, hey, listen, we got this pack. Last person standing, you got that bottle, right? So the bottle's passed around. We got to see each other at least once a year. I love it.
And I've heard of this, and I shared with you this morning talking about World War II veteran groups. And I remember a few years back when we did the story of the last two who were standing and they shared that last bottle. And then it's like, it's the end of that era.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. End of era. So I love it. D from Puyallup says, I have been part of a friend group since 1976 as well. 7 of us girls, although one passed away when we were 40 years old, we still try to make an effort to get together once a year, even though it's challenging sometimes. We've lost a couple years throughout the many years. Hey,
That's
D,
just a beautiful thing.
But you said you heard about it working here. I have seriously never heard of this concept.
It's the Last Man Standing Club.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
Brilliant.
It really is. Hey, as long as we're talking about really cool stories, Did you see in the Seattle Times a 19-year-old University of Washington student just became the school's first Rhodes Scholar since 2012? So check this out. Shabam Bonzal was accepted to UW at 16 years old.
Okay.
He works in 2 research labs. He interns with the King County Medical Examiner, and he volunteers at a women's shelter. And his drive toward public health started early. He was first watching classmates struggle with mental health when he was at Kamiak High School. And then he lost a friend to an overdose during his first year at UW. And that loss pushed him to help create NARCARE, which is the student group that distributes naloxone and trains students in overdose response and helped shape Washington's new college overdose prevention law.
Okay.
So again, he is one of only 32 Rhodes Scholars nationwide. He's going to be heading to Oxford next year to study public health and policy, and he plans to become a doctor focused on addiction medicine. 19 years old.
You ever sometimes hear of a resume like that? You started off in the beginning of this Rhodes Scholar.
Yes.
Someone's going to Oxford. He has all these things that they have been doing. They're only 19 years old.
Yeah.
And then you look yourself in the mirror and you're like, huh? What? How did I underachieve so much? I mean, there's times, Ursula, when I'm at these events and I'm introducing someone, and finally midway through, I'm like, damn.
I know.
I need to get my life together.
I just look at them and I get tired immediately. I'm like, how do you do all that?
I just think we need to share more of those stories. The guy was accepted to the University of Washington at 16 years old. Mm-hmm. I mean, very deserving of that Rhodes Scholarship.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Man, I couldn't even get an application to McDonald's at 16. So I love that.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to stop you.
What?
Because you were like big man on campus at that military school.
Let me just go with the story.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Ursula, that's my shtick. You know, it sounds better.
I got you.
All right. Oh, by the way, Brady, we got Brady filling in for Nick today. How you doing, Brady?
Doing good. Seahawks won, so happy week.
Oh, happy week. You know what's interesting? We didn't even talk about the Seahawks one time yesterday.
You didn't?
Oh, we did?
Oh, we did.
Oh, we did?
There's no way you didn't talk about it.
We did.
We did?
Oh, yeah.
News boss must have been closed.
No, you actually weighed in on it.
I did?
Yes.
How do I not remember that?
Where were you?
I really don't remember.
Yes.
I'll remember what happened 30 years ago, but I can't remember what happened yesterday. All right. World famous Would You Rather. Coming up next. Gee Ursula.
Save the date, Wednesday, December 10th. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for more than 6,500 kids in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Wednesday, December 10th. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians. Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive host pack.
If you're looking for a great reason to get that new set of wheels for your car or truck, look no further than Wheel Week at Les Schwab Tires, where you can save 15% on select wheels from your favorite brands, including Raceline, Icon, Method, Vox, and Fuel. Whether you're upgrading or looking for the perfect gift, get a great deal on new wheels this holiday season. Stop by a store or book an appointment today. Les Schwab Tires. Get more from less. Limited time offer while supplies last. See leschwab.com/sale.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
Your
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice. DayandNight.net. This month, Day and Night gives you a free furnace with the installation of an AC or heat pump.
If you're not sure your furnace will make it through another winter, call us to install a proper, long-lasting, efficient heating system backed by our lifetime workmanship guarantee, so you won't be left out in the cold.
Install an AC or heat pump and get a free furnace from Day and Night Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. DayandNight.net.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
What's your holiday tradition? It's G. Scott here. For me, it's gathering with loved ones around a meal that brings joy. For many families, that tradition feels out of reach. Next time you shop at Safeway, please donate to Nourishing Neighbors. Your gift provides groceries to families across Washington, giving them access to nutritious food and the dignity to shop like the rest of us and choose what's meaningful for their holiday table. Visit nourishingneighbors.com and donate at your Safeway checkout. That's nourishingneighbors.com.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. KIRO News Radio has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game, Sunday, December 14th. Head to the KIRO News Radio app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the KIRO News Radio app, the better your odds will be. Do it every day, December 2nd through December 8th. Details and rules at mynorthwest.com/win. From the station where the 12s hear the Hawks, KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
What up, everybody? It is the Gee Ursula Show. Before we get to scenarios, you know, on this show we like to, get the facts right.
Correct.
Our good buddy Nikki texts us and says, "Hey, Gee, I don't remember you talking Seahawks." And then we go to the tape,
and you were right, Nikki.
Nikki, we never did.
No, we did not.
But if
here's what's funny.
Yeah,
it was in our top stories.
Yes, it
got
was.
Bumped.
Got bumped.
Moved it to 10. Got bumped again.
Yep.
Moved it to 11. Got bumped again.
Yeah.
So in my mind, we did it.
Right.
And we had a conversation about it during our morning meeting, and you did it during Seattle's Morning News because Cliff and Woodinville heard you talk about it there, but it never happened on this show. So we want to be correct.
I just wanted to say,
corrected.
I just want to say, I just feel better because if I would have found out that we did talk about it and I didn't remember.
Then you'd be like, questioning your.
I'm getting old.
Also, G, scenarios is not next.
Oh, well, would you rather next?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Let's see.
Air check.
Okay, let's see.
Crystal clear.
Okay,
This one truly scares me.
It's time to make Ursula uncomfortable.
Okay, finally, we're starting to get some of you that are texting in some would you rathers. So this makes it more fun. Our good buddy Kyle in Maple Valley texts in and says, we had this would you rather come up during Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Here you go. Would you rather have great kids, but all your friends are terrible, or bad kids, but all your friends are amazing?
Oh, that's easy. I would rather have great kids. My friends can be terrible. That's fine. It's all about the kids.
Okay.
How about you? Whoa. What about
easy.
you? Yeah.
Great kids.
Well, they wouldn't be friends if they were terrible, right? So goodbye, friends. Goodbye. I'll keep my kids.
It's a lot of folks holding on to terrible friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of convenience.
Yeah, y'all need to do an audit. Some of y'all holding on to terrible friends. Stop
Why?
it.
You're lonely?
And sometimes you're the terrible friend.
No, being serious though, Chef. Yeah, there's a lot of factors. There's loneliness. There's convenience.
There's also
trauma bonding. There's all kinds of stuff.
There's also trying to make yourself look good, hanging out with people who
status.
Cachet.
Yeah. Ooh, Ursula. Ooh. That's another topic. Okay, here's another one that Kyle says. Also, your kids, would you rather your kids are great to you, but terrible friends to others, or your kids act terrible with you, but are amazing with their friends?
I'd rather have neither. However, if I had to choose one, I would say they can let themselves. I wouldn't put up with them being
I'm going to
rude.
answer it.
Yeah.
I'd rather them be terrible and act terrible with me than to be terrible with their friends.
That's how I was going to say.
Yeah, if I had to pick.
But I actually am going to go against what you just said.
Okay.
Go ahead, be terrible to your friends because you're not going to have friends.
Yes.
And that'll be a lesson learned.
Yeah, natural consequence.
Yeah. And to me, I would not tolerate someone's disrespect. My own child's disrespect.
The second option is exactly what happens to most parents already. Your kids are great when they go to somebody else's house. They're great with their friends. They're usually pretty good at school. And then they come home and they explode at you and they're rude and they're entitled. So I'm going to say be crappy to your friends because I need a break, bro.
Yeah. Here's another one. This came out of a news article, right? Would you rather buy a home that you can barely afford right now, or skip home ownership for now, and every extra dollar goes into your retiring at the age of 45?
I know I read this story this morning, and it sounded really appealing. And wow, someone retiring at the age of 45? The caveat would have to be that I don't necessarily stop working. I wouldn't feel like I had to keep working, but I would find other things to do for work.
Right.
Because I could not see myself retiring at the age of 45.
Right.
So I'm going to go with as long as I could. I wouldn't want to be house poor, and then always worrying and having that stress of not being, and maybe having to lose the house if just one little thing happens.
Well, this is easy to answer right now. If you go to the facts.
Yeah.
Over the last 25 years, in 2000 to the year 2000, if you take $100,000 in the year 2000 and you put it into real estate, or you take that same $100,000 and you would invest it and you go ahead and keep renting, you're better off renting with investing with that $100,000. It's fact. It looked it up in 25 years. Going forward, I would bet on right now, I would say, I don't see the interest rates going down anytime soon. I don't see houses and the prices going down any soon, because anytime that happens, then we know the big dogs come in and they pay cash for them. I don't get the house.
I go right into skip home ownership, and I go every dollar into retiring.
If you're able to retire at the age of 45,
You live longer.
you live longer. And again, as long as you can, because I actually know someone who had a very similar goal.
Yeah.
He wanted to retire from Microsoft at the age of 50 and actually did, but then continued to find work and find volunteer work, but had just amassed enough money for his family to live very comfortably. I mean, that's kind of cool.
I cannot believe that you would not have been willing to retire at 45, because I'm looking at 3 years from now. I'm like, yeah, that sounds really nice. I'll take it, please.
But
45, hang out with my kids, putter around the shop,
You'd be surprised at the number of people who actually need. We were talking about that, wasn't it just yesterday?
What's that?
Talking about need of structure, need of. It's a beautiful thing to continue working after 45, knowing that you don't have to, but you choose to.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Again,
That's very rare.
Matter of fact, I just saw an article on this. They talk about it. They talk about the earlier you retire, the longer you live.
Yeah.
Straight up.
A lot of folks in the military, put in 20 years, retire, and they have this great second chapter.
If you retired right now today, Ursula, if you retired right now, and you listening right now, if you retired right now today, some of you are retired, what would you be doing in your spare time?
Traveling. Just
straight up traveling.
I want to see the entire world.
Yeah.
I'd be traveling.
Yeah. There you go. That would be awesome. I just go.
I'm willing to give up pay raises. I'm willing to give up anything if I could have more weeks of vacation.
Ooh. I try to get that too. Hey, we got the 10 o'clock hour coming up next. We got all kinds of stuff happening in the 10 o'clock hour, including, TSA found a way to say, hello, undocumented immigrants. We have a plan for you. We'll talk about it next. Gee Ursula.
I got to tell you something, Nick. I have really noticed a difference in your energy level since you started going to the Longevity Medical Clinic.
And you know why?
Why?
Because they actually balanced my hormone levels. And when they do that, the largest change I noticed was that now I could sleep.
And then not only get more sleep, they just get more energy, right?
Right. So that all of a sudden that resulted in me, I started running again and doing all these things that I felt so fatigued throughout the day that I couldn't do anymore.
Okay, so at this point, do you want to apologize to me? Because I was always saying to you, every time you say, I don't sleep, I don't feel well, I feel kind of off, I go, well, you need to get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. And you're always like, blah, 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 blah.
I know. But now it's turned into something fun that we get to go in together.
So I need to hear, you were right.
You were right.
You were right. I should have gone to Longevity Medical Clinic.
I should have.
There we go. Fine.
Yes.
You know the right thing to do. Get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. Take the free health analysis at lmclinic.com.
Pros don't just show up. They prove how it's done with precision and without shortcuts. Makita tools are built the same way with a dedication to lasting quality, trusted performance, and results that reward your effort year after year. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. President Trump called a cabinet meeting this morning to deal with claims a follow-up strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean broke the law. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth spoke at the meeting.
President Trump said, no, we're taking the gloves off. We're taking the fight to these designated terror organizations, and that's exactly what we're doing.
The administration claims Hegseth did not authorize that second strike. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata.
The defense secretary has command over anything that's happening with the military, and by a larger extent, the White House is the commander-in-chief. So there would be a directive to strike those boats, but, and this isn't new, the combatant command and the commanders on the ground ultimately make those decisions. So he certainly is distancing himself from that specific strike.
Lawmakers from both parties are demanding answers. We're just learning former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez walked out of prison in West Virginia yesterday after he received a full pardon from President Trump. He was serving a 45-year sentence for drug trafficking. Prosecutors accused Hernandez of running a narco state. Health Secretary Kennedy's new vaccine advisors are eyeing some changes. Here's CBS's Michael Wallace.
Kennedy purged the advisory committee on immunization practices earlier this year, filling it mostly with people who have been critical of the current vaccination practices. The panel may vote later this week to stop giving all babies the hepatitis B vaccination within 24 hours of birth. Critics say the shot is no longer necessary after a 99% drop in childhood infections since 1991.
President Trump's looking for someone to take over for his frequent foe, Jerome Powell.
We'll be announcing somebody probably early next year for the new chairman of the Fed. I talked to Scott about taking the job, but he doesn't want it.
Scott, as in Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. The FAA is looking into whether airlines complied with orders to reduce flights at 40 busy airports during the government shutdown when many air traffic controllers stayed home. Correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
The carriers are receiving letters from the FAA giving them 30 days to provide evidence or statements showing they fully complied with the order. Failure to comply with that order could result in fines up to $75,000 per flight that exceeded those capacity limits.
A former sitcom star is facing a devastating new health challenge. Full House Dave Coulier says he's just been diagnosed with P16 squamous carcinoma on his tongue, a type of HPV-related cancer. The actor tells NBC doctors discover it 7 months after he beat stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Take the next step forward in your career with great benefits and an award-winning workplace. Apply at careers.progressive.com.
KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
Voters in a local city passed a renter's bill of rights. Why those rights might be rolled back today. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. In Bellevue, a crash is blocking a lane on State Route 520 westbound near I-405. Traffic is backed up to the Microsoft Business Center. And I'm seeing another possible crash on I-405 northbound near the VMAC. You're backed up almost to State Route 167 now. Travel times: Everett to Seattle 49 minutes, Federal Way to Seattle 59, Renton to Bellevue 37, and you're still tapping brakes on the 520 and I-90 bridges. Traffic brought to you by Seattle Sports. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. A 21-year-old is under arrest after Pierce County deputies say he stole a Corvette, led them on a chase, and posted himself doing donuts in the car.
Chasing an allegedly stolen Corvette near 112th and Pacific Avenue early Saturday morning when the suspect hit the gas and escaped.
Literally trying to do this.
Deputies later spotted that car in a driveway and arrested the 21-year-old suspect.
We're going to actually put you in the handcuffs right now.
And they claim on his social media account they found a video of the suspect doing donuts. He's being held on suspicion of eluding and possession of a stolen vehicle. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
A Parkland family is shaken but safe after bullets tore through their home during a weekend street race takeover. Megan Corning tells KIRO 7 TV.
We have a 4-year-old son, so to me, I'm like, oh my God, and thank God his room's on the opposite side of the house.
Shots pierced the family's fence, garage, and truck. By the time the Pierce County Sheriff's Office said it had enough deputies to respond to this, the cars and crowds had disappeared. The Tacoma City Council will today consider changing a set of renters' rights that voters approved. KIRO 7 TV's Ranji Sinha reports.
Voters signed off on the Landlord Fairness Code initiative in 2023. Groups had lobbied for this, eventually called it the strongest protection for renters in Washington. The council does have the authority to repeal or change the measure without voter approval. That's according to the city charter. The group that fought for the Bill of Rights, Tacoma for All, are threatening another ballot measure if the council rolls back those protections.
A dramatic rescue in Roslyn after a dog falls 20 feet down a crevasse. Kittitas County deputies say neighbors, volunteers, and first responders all worked together to save it. The dog's owner, Paige Graham, tells KIRO 7 TV.
She was absolutely fine. Scratches and bruises, but even those are fairly minor, but no hypothermia at all.
She's grateful her dog is safe. Powder hounds, you're going to have to wait a little longer to hit the slopes. Crystal Mountain missed its November 28th target and hasn't set a new opening date. Mission Ridge is aiming for December 5th. The summit at Snoqualmie has not set its opening day yet. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 45 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning to everybody. You know, December has started, Thanksgiving was here, and there just seems to be something about this time of the year where you just can't stop having sweets. Now, I'm not going to compare myself to anybody with anything, but I just want to talk about me and my sugar addiction.
What's your go-to right now?
I mean, anything sugar.
Oh, seriously?
You know what I'm saying? Like anything sugar. Like, Lillian just started making.
Okay, you have a wife who makes these amazing loaf cakes, first of all.
She just started making, Ursula, these oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. And it was only at the request of someone else. And so I thought, nobody eats oatmeal chocolate chip.
Yeah, they do.
Well, she makes these oatmeal chocolate chip cookies with the brown butter on the top.
Oh, yeah. It's
with the salt. With the salt.
My mouth started watering.
How many have you had?
That's the thing. Now, see, most people, when you eat in front of other people, right, you might eat one cookie. Now, I know I'm not alone when you're by yourself and you eat them cookies and nobody's looking.
Yes.
You might have 7, 8 easy.
Yes.
And not even blink.
Yes. Especially if they're just the perfect cookie. Now, I told you I went to the mall on Black Friday. Was there at Alderwood, and my son was over spending some time with us over the holiday.
Yeah.
And so he loves crumble cookies. He's really into staying in shape, but his weakness is crumble cookies. So I did get him some.
And
man, I think there's like 1,500 calories per cookie.
For sure.
Those things are the size of Top Pot donuts.
They bigger. If you get the full size, I mean, it's almost the size of your head.
253 says, me too, G. I ate 90% of a coconut cake by myself last week. All right.
Hey, I also wanted to say, my go-to right now for sugar, when I just need a little something.
What's your go-to?
I told you those M&M, the caramel ones. Thank you to the listener who sent us some. By the way,
you told me about the PB&J, and I got them. Things.
Okay, and very addictive as well. Yes, exactly. I apologize. Right. Okay, text us 888-973-5476 888-973-KIRO.
What's new at 10?
So if you had a family emergency, you had to get on a flight tomorrow, are you ready to present your real ID or your passport when you go through security?
Yeah.
And the reason we're asking about this is it's going to cost you if the answer is no.
What are you talking about?
Starting February 1st, anyone who shows up at the airport without an acceptable form of ID is going to be pushed into a new system called TSA Confirm ID, and that comes with a $45 fee. Okay. So they were apparently thinking about making it $18, but they were like, that's not high enough, so let's go to $45.
Okay.
And that will buy you a 10-day window where TSA is going to run through an alternative identity verification process so you can still fly. But they're saying, they're also, I read in a couple of different articles last night, they were saying, well, that's not a guarantee that they're going to be able to confirm your ID, and if they can't, then you're out of luck. Yeah. And again, they're saying, you've had this long time. I mean, it's been, over a decade that they've been talking about real ID?
Yeah.
And there's some of us who still don't have it, but I have a passport.
Yeah, but
I do have a passport. I'm good.
Mm.
But TSA says this keeps the costs off of taxpayers and onto the travelers who did not update their IDs.
Okay.
And they say also expect delays if you go this route.
What do you think about this, Ursula?
I agree with it.
I mean,
And again, I'm someone who does not have real ID yet. And in fact, after I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to just get this done once and for all.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm happy
because
about it.
Because I tried, remember, and I couldn't get an appointment.
I'll tell you why I'm happy about it. And I know what this is about. And this is my opinion. I don't have any sources on this. My opinion is this. These big airlines who control a lot of things in this country, by the way, these big airlines says, hey, listen, these undocumented immigrants in our country that need to fly across, we're missing that money. We can't miss that money. So we need to figure out a way for somebody to be able to travel. Okay? Boom. That's how I feel like this is happening. Because look, we've talked about this before. Either it is or it isn't. It's not hard. Hey, you cannot fly without a passport or a real ID.
Yeah.
It's not, and then they keep pushing it back, and you can still come, and we'll just have to, it'll take you longer. And now, you know what? Let's just monetize it. Let's just make $45 a person that does not have their real ID. And this is a way for airlines to still get that money.
But how do you get, if not for this, how do you get people to finally comply? Just say, you can't fly. It's either you're going to pay a fee or you cannot fly.
And they're never going to do that. They're never going to do that. You just can't fly because we all know that money rules the world, and they don't want to miss out on that money.
I'm hearing you.
You feel me?
Yeah. Okay. What about this?
Yeah.
Because some people might say, does a temporary driver's license? No, that does not count as valid ID. You need a real ID, a passport, military ID, permanent resident card, or one of the other approved documents.
They don't want to be strict about it. They've been doing this. How many years have we had this notice? Hey, you need to get your real ID. Hey, chef, you need to get your real ID.
Which brings me to my question. What problem is real ID solving for us? Because we haven't had it for 20 years. The law was passed in 2005. It was supposed to be implemented in 2008. The only reason this exists at airports is to weed out folks who can't get a real ID. And if we're not doing that and we're just charging them, what's the point? And by the way, I think anyone should be able to fly. Like, I struggle to understand why I need to go spend 3 hours in a DMV to get this.
But the thing is that's the thing. these airlines, because we all know the undocumented immigrants, we know how much taxes that they bring into this country, and we know that they can't even utilize and get that in Social Security benefits or anything. So we know the amount of money that they bring into this country. You think that they don't bring in a lot of money to these airlines?
Yeah. Do you have an issue with Real ID?
No.
Yeah,
I don't.
Because I don't either.
By the way,
I'm like, I get it, and I need to get my. I have zero excuses other than when I finally did try to get around to it, I couldn't get an appointment. But I understand that I can get an appointment, so I really have zero excuses other than I have a passport.
I mean, look, how did they build Mar-a-Lago? Huh? Right, like we're having this discussion about Real ID. Look, most people like us, Ursula. Oh, hey, Gee, Ursula, you can't fly without a Real ID. Ursula says, oh, is a passport okay? Yes. I say, well, I got a passport and I got a Real ID. Yeah. Okay, you're good. That's what most people do.
You know what happened one time, though? I was flying domestically and I forgot my passport.
Yeah.
And I got tagged. I got one of those. It was a little card that said basically, don't have proper documents, but they let me through. It was kind of like during that grace period.
Yeah.
I needed to get done.
Yeah.
Period.
But this is a moneymaker, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
So now it's $45 now.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So just know, February 1st, if you don't have a passport and still don't have your Real ID, you're going to get fined.
Yeah.
Speaking of the airport, do you remember how we sent KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey to the airport during the Thanksgiving holiday? And it was like, okay, we're expecting record amounts of travelers. And every time he went, there was really no line and people just breezing through. And then you went through, actually. Was it on?
It was on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
But I tell you, I even sent the message to Coop and I let him know SCA is going on right now.
Yes.
It's good.
So, for Luke, I joked around. It was a nothing burger. It's like he was in search of a problem.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there was a problem.
What happened?
Yesterday.
Really?
Apparently, travelers waited until yesterday to return. And drivers were crawling for more than a mile trying to reach the airport. So it was bad going out, too.
Oh, yeah.
But, I understand that the backup getting into the terminal was worse than the TSA lines once you got there. So people were traveling on Monday, but people were also coming back on Monday.
It's trying to now, when you say people coming back on Monday, now, I'm not trying to start anything.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I know where you're going on this one. Like, did they take an extra vacation day off?
I mean, the people that come back on Monday, would you say that the higher percentage of them, AKA work from home? And when you work from home, when you work from home, Ursula, do you guys take a vacation day on that Monday, or do you slide in the Monday like you slide into somebody's DMs?
Ursula, you've been doing this a long time. How many years and how many times have you seen the Monday after Thanksgiving being one of the busiest travel days with huge stack of recent phenomenon?
This is kind of more recent, I think. Someone could argue against that because maybe they were smart and they said, hey, you know what? Let's beat the crowds. Everyone's going to be returning Sunday. And when we talked to Perry Cooper, he said it's going to be bad on Sunday.
Yeah.
But then it turned out, oh, wait, no, it's actually worse on Monday. At least the problems cropped up on Monday.
Now, Ursula, I know you don't work from home, and I know there's people listening that are working from home right now. I want to ask, Ursula, do you think that the work from home crowd, right, and they slide back in on Monday, do they actually take that vacation day on Monday, or are they real honest about it?
I'm going to be like a worm on a hook and try to wriggle off, but I'm going to ask the people who work from home, tell us anonymously.
Or when you take off and when you leave.
Tell us, when you leave on a Friday, are you counting that as a work day if you're working from home Fridays and Mondays? So if you take off on Friday, are you taking a vacation day? Or you're just saying, I'm going to keep working as I make my way to the airport. I'm in the terminal. You tell us. Inform us.
You make up the time throughout the rest of the week, right?
Yes, inform us. Yes, exactly. Because I don't want to make any sweeping statements
Nikki said, G is feeling quite personal here.
Okay, speaking of working from home, though, did you hear about Instagram's boss, Adam Mosseri? He's telling U.S. employees that they are going to be required to return to the office 5 days a week starting in February. And he sent out a memo. It was called Building a Winning Culture in 2026, and he lays out his argument. He says the company is simply better, more creative, more collaborative when everyone is together in person. And he points to what he sees in their New York office, where the in-person culture is already very strong. And, of course, as you know, I'm laughing because people are starting to text in with their little stories. Nick and Pulsebo, I see you.
My laptop is with me all the time. Sure, buddy. Okay.
I leave Friday and come back Monday. Okay. But anyway, so he says, look, it's working in our New York office. We're just better as a company when everybody's in. So he's changing it just like Amazon has done, just like some other tech giants have done, kind of more quietly or not so quietly. I honestly think we're just going to see a lot more of that come 2026.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it. And I'd almost argue that some of these layoffs, right, was the beginning of, okay, we'll lay folks off, and then coming in 26, hey, you want a job here? Oh, yeah, it's actually not remote. It's actually you have to come into the office. Yeah. I think a lot of companies, and not just companies bringing people back for collaboration and being a better company, there's also a pressure, Ursula, to bring people back to start spending money at these businesses. Yes. Now, I'm not saying that.
Well, and they argue, and I know that you're probably about to say this. They argue, hey, it's not our problem.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's not our problem. It's not up to us to bolster the economy by working, whether it's downtown Seattle or any place else. But again, I think most companies think that work from home, with the exception of certain types of jobs where it makes sense, they're wanting to bring people back.
Yeah. Do you know what I think of? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, or in the case of Instagram, they say employees can still work from home when they have to, but the default is going to be back to the office.
Like when you have a doctor's appointment, you work from home. I see this with a tech company, and I think coming next is a round of layoffs, because we've already seen this with Amazon. We've already seen it with Microsoft. There's a number of companies who do the, hey, everybody come back to the office, and then about 3 months later, when they figure out who's actually coming back to the office, then they do the layoffs after people self-exit when they decide, I don't want to come back.
I got one. How about, I got a question. What about, I know that there has to be a percentage of people, Ursula, that work from home that are actually like, hey, you know what? I need to get back to the office because I want to be seen.
Yeah.
I want, you know what I mean?
My son is one of them, my oldest son.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He's been working remote, and it's the way he was hired. It's the way the company has been. But he realizes that he misses out on a lot, and he wants to be back in office.
Now, where's his office at, though?
The company is headquartered in Kirkland.
Okay.
He just recently, he's going to Washington, D.C. this week. He just recently was in Mexico. The company was bought out by another one, a startup.
Yeah. Man, your kids be traveling.
I know.
I want to get that from their mama.
They're lucky. Hey,
T and Conway,
Diane in Seattle, you're correct. She says, Ursula, DMV appointments in Seattle are available early January. She looked for me. Stop procrastinating and make an appointment today. And to which I said, Diane, you are correct. I agree. And as soon as we are done with the show, I'm going to make an appointment.
You know what? You guys, that's how Ursula is.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to make that appointment now. Yep, she's going to make it.
Absolutely.
T and Conway says, G, why are you always dissing us work from home folks? I have a set Monday through Friday schedule and have to have 2 monitors do my job. Ooh, 2 monitors.
And
so I get up. By the way,
T and Conway, though, you're not who we're talking about. T and Conway says, don't be a hater. You're not who we're talking about. We're also not talking about Connie and Mount Lake Terrace, because we've heard from a few folks who are upset with us.
I'm talking to you, T. T says, I get up 5 minutes before I clock in, work in my PJs, and my only traffic jams are if my dog's get in the way to get to the office.
Boy, I gotta say,
don't be a hater.
I gotta say, I'm just looking, but there's a whole lot of text messages from you, T, between the hours of 9 and noon. Don't stop. We love you.
Ernie and Kat's getting on our case, too. We're only talking about the folks who somehow, the 3 days they're supposed to be at work are the days that they have dentist and doctor appointments or sick kids or they go to their vacation homes. on Friday and don't come back Monday, but they open the laptop once and say they're working. Those are the folks we're talking about.
You know what, Ursula? Hey, Tia Conway and Ernie. Am I a hater? Yes. And I want to be very specific as to, and Ursula kind of touched on it. This is what I'm a hater of when it comes to folks that work from home. Here's my hate. My hate is at the end of the year, right now, if you go and look go to Workday right now and look at your bank and how much vacation days you have, I guarantee you that you're not struggling for vacation days because you don't take them. You don't have to. So you can just slide out on a Friday, slide back in on a Monday. So I'll admit, while I am a hater, they need to give people that go to the office more vacation days than those that work from home. It should not be equal. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, okay, real quick, because we're already late. 406 says, does that mean John Curley has to come back to the studio? John Curley has been in studio. He is in here in the newsroom. He's probably here already.
He is here.
Yes, he has been working in studio, not working from home.
That's what I'm saying. Sandy in Covington is texting in. Look, that's all. Can we agree on that? Can we agree that people that work in the office should have more vacation days than those that work from home? Ursula, we good with that?
I'm not going to be a hater.
Chef!
As opposed to everything that you've been saying.
All right, coming up next, Chris Sullivan is coming in. They got big news for Federal Way. We'll talk about it next. Gee Ursula.
This hour is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington.
AAA asked me if I would change my name from Sir Mix-a-Lot to Sir Mix-a-Lot. I said, why would I do that? They said, you're more than just a rapper. You're a car collector. You're a businessman. You're an inventor. Just like AAA is more than just towing. They have awesome travel advisors and insurance agents. And they got 3 A's in their name. Maybe I should change my name. Give me 3 A's, mix, mix, When I say mix, give me 3 A's, mix,
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the 3rd annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
The Pacific Northwest is the perfect backdrop for the holiday season. JP Pendergast with Pendergast Law reminds us that the roadways don't always agree.
It's that combination of additional travel, changes in routine, and winter weather that make this the most dangerous time of the year to be behind the wheel.
Any safety tips to help commuters keep the holidays joyful?
The number one cause of accidents remains distracted driving, even during the holidays. So store that cell phone in a place that eliminates temptation. It's imperative we set the example for our teens. Also, be aware of abrupt changes in the weather and prepare for it. Sometimes it's as simple as allowing additional distance for following or stopping. Lastly, make sure your vehicle is properly maintained for winter.
That includes four-wheel drive and chains when required at the pass. Please follow these safety precautions from my good friends at Pendergast Law and keep you and your neighbors safe this holiday season.
Happy holidays from all of us at Pendergast Law.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
that's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchie's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-List Club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-List member, you get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchie's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchie.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. Washington Congressman Adam Smith says he will be meeting with Admiral Mitchell Bradley this week. Bradley is the man the Trump administration claims ordered a second strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean. I asked the congressman. Regardless of who ordered a second strike to kill 2 survivors, is that not a war crime of some type?
It certainly looks like one.
Smith, a Democrat and ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, tells me the administration has yet to justify its attacks on alleged drug boats. President Trump says they are stopping narco-terrorists. Costco is suing the Trump administration over its tariffs. The suit, filed at the U.S. Court of International Trade, claims President Trump unlawfully used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose those tariffs. Costco is seeking a full refund on all the tariffs it's paid so far. The FAA is investigating whether all airlines complied with its orders to reduce flights at 40 airports, including SeaTac, because of an air traffic controller shortage during the government shutdown. CBS's Chris Van Cleves explains.
These letters were planned, and there had been complaints by airlines who felt some other carriers were not fully adhering to the cuts when that order was in effect.
Airlines could face $75,000 fines per flight that exceeded those capacity limits. Proposed changes to childhood vaccines under Health Secretary Robert Kennedy are raising some eyebrows. More from CBS's Michael Wallace.
Kennedy purged the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices earlier this year, filling it mostly with people who have been critical of the current vaccination practices. The panel may vote later this week to stop giving all babies the hepatitis B vaccination within 24 hours of birth. Critics say the shot is no longer necessary after a 99% drop in childhood infections since 1991.
Vandals did more than $20,000 in damage to a beloved Christmas-like display in Centralia. Police tell KIRO 7 TV the destruction happened at Borst Park. That's where the annual drive-through show draws families from across the region. Organizers found wires cut, decorations smashed, displays ruined. Despite the setback, volunteers are working to repair what they can. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 60 points, NASDAQ ahead 126. KIRO News Radio traffic. In Bellevue, the crash has been cleared from State Route 520 westbound near I-405. Your backup's disappearing there. You're still dealing with a crash that's blocking blocking a lane on I-405 northbound near the VMAC. You're backed up almost to State Route 167. Travel time Renton to Bellevue is 34 minutes, about 5 longer than it should be this time of day. Travel times Everett to Seattle 28 minutes, Federal Way to Seattle 44, and your lake bridges have finally cleared out. Traffic brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Right now, buy one, get one 50% off, LakeWashingtonWindowsandDoors.com. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It is 46 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Over the last couple of minutes, we've been responding and reading a lot of text messages from all of you.
They spicy with
Many
me.
of you who are working from home and are really getting upset with Gee. I've backed off a little bit. I've backed off.
I ain't backing off. As a matter of fact, Beth and Everett, I'm coming stronger now, Beth.
No.
That's right.
But we will share some of your text messages at the end of the show. But right now, this is a different kind of because big news for Federal Way. Sully.
Yeah. You've never made that noise on the show
I know.
before.
I haven't.
That was awesome.
There we go. Is it parquet or what? I believe that's where I got it.
Yes.
Yeah, so the light rail extension from Angle Lake down into downtown Federal Way starts service this weekend.
Yeah.
So they're going to have big celebrations. They've got 3 new stations opening up, 8 more miles of track. So that's great. But I want to play something for you.
Okay.
Because this is one of the biggest issues most people have with sound transit in this region, is that they don't have a lot of transparency and they're never really honest with the public. I know that sounds a little out there for a reporter to say, but when the CEO, Dow Constantine, says this.
The fact that we're able to deliver it early and come in $500 million under budget is especially reassuring. We have a lot of challenges ahead, but we know that with each of these extensions, we're getting better and better at delivering what the people voted for.
Really?
Is it really $500 million under budget?
No.
No.
Well, it is when you do the math. When you do the math the way that Sound Transit does, to them it is.
Or they got the new math, though.
Yeah, they do. It's called fuzzy.
The kids got the new math.
Yeah, it's fuzzy. And
it's not how we would do our own budget.
No, it's not how anybody in the real world does a budget or does scheduling. Okay. I don't know how, with a straight face, he can say we're ahead of schedule. Federal Way was supposed to open last year. I don't know how that's ahead of schedule. Except what they did is they're like, yeah, we may not be able to get it done until 26. Oh, but yeah, okay, you know what? Now we can do it in December of 25, so we're ahead of what we told you for 26. Okay. No, that's not true. That's like, Ursula, you get your good friends to go put a shower in your new bathroom. You know, you get bath fitters to come on over, and they say it's going to take 4 days. On day 2, they're like, Ursula, it's going to take 2 weeks. But it only takes 7 days. Like, hey, we're 3 days ahead of schedule. Okay. No, you're not. It took you 2. You promised me 2, and you gave me 8.
Yeah.
So it's
to be clear, bath fitter would get it done in less than a day.
They do it in one day.
Exactly.
I forgot. That's their promise.
So forget
that was
them,
a bad idea. Sorry, I didn't even know. Great advertising. I didn't mean to. But I was trying to make it. This is not how any project would work.
Right.
It was supposed to be done a year ago. They ran into significant challenges. Don't get me wrong. The soil between Angle Lake and Federal Way, they had huge problems there. They're supposed to run it right along the freeway. Well, the soil went bad. There was a landslide there during one of the wet winters, and then they had to build an elevated track there. That set them way behind. But now to say because, we redid the schedule, does that sound familiar?
Yeah,
like
it does.
forgetting the whole first 10 years of their organization and just starting their calendar over from zero?
Again,
after
you lose
10
credibility
years?
when you make claims like that.
Does credibility actually matter today, though?
We try to. We try to hold the people who say these things accountable. Gee, as to budget, here's what happened. The original budget was $2 billion to $2.5 billion.
Yeah.
It ballooned to about $3 billion midway through some of the problems and challenges they had. They got some federal grants, and they were able to walk that back to about $2.5 billion.
Okay.
So under their math, that's because we ballooned to 3, but brought it back down to 2. We're under budget. No, the original budget was 2 to 2.5. So you came in at about budget. Mm-hmm. So I'm tired of letting agencies like this kind of get away with saying these things and not being challenged on them.
Well,
I mean, come on.
And I love that. I love that because what Dow Constantine was counting on is that people would just take it and say, oh, this is what's great.
Yeah, I mean, it is
wouldn't
good.
Be challenged.
It is good to get these stations open, but yeah, let's not pull the wool over everybody's eyes. Let's not forget the light rail extension to Federal Way was promised under ST2 in 2008, but it was postponed because of the Great Recession. And when everything went in the tank here, they kind of folded it into ST3. So they've been waiting 17 years for this project. And to have the audacity to say, oh, we're ahead of schedule. It's like, come on, man.
Why not just
be honest?
Be transparent.
Be honest. We ran into a bunch of problems and we ran behind.
But
sorry.
thankfully,
now it's done. Be honest with us.
Yes. And then what about Pierce County?
Yeah, good luck. That's like us.
At least you're getting south. But
well, yeah, but they haven't even started planning on what to do to get down to Tacoma. Right now, that's on schedule to be 2035, maybe. They haven't even planned on what they're going to do to get to Everett by 2041. For those of us in Snohomish County, they still haven't figured out how they're getting to West Seattle or to Ballard. And those projects have ballooned by billions and billions, tens of billions of dollars, and they don't know where that money's going to come from. They already raised the property taxes without
I do.
without a vote of the public because that was the way it was written. They're behind the scenes trying to come up with an ST4 to try to fill the gap. And it's like, fool me once, fool me twice. Now, this would be fool me 4 times. Now, I get it. People love transit. It works for some people. But come on, we've been paying into this thing since 1996. And what have we gotten out of it unless you live in Seattle?
Okay. So let's go back to it's expanding to Federal Way.
Sorry.
So the good news is, how many people are they expecting to?
Yeah, 30,000 maybe. So it'd be a decent amount. I mean, it'll be a good opportunity for people who go to Mariners games or Seahawks games, an opportunity to come from that far south. It provides a couple of stations along the way. People can park and try to find their way in. So yeah, I mean, it's certainly a positive that we're getting to places they promised. It's just taken a lot longer than they thought, and they're trying to kind of fudge the numbers on us.
Are you overall, minus all of the number manipulations, et cetera, have you ever ridden on light rail? Have you used light rail?
Nope.
Nope. Because how about you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We won't ride it again.
Will honestly say
Holly will not ride it again.
Why?
Because of the bad experiences we've had going to Mariners games with the people on certain passengers that were in crisis and certain passengers who were accosting passengers. Yeah, we would ride it down from Linwood to get to games, and we've done that a couple times, and Holly just doesn't feel safe on it. I'm fine with it, but she didn't feel safe, and I'm like, okay, hun.
When I'm up there in Vancouver, BC, I ride it all the time now.
Yeah,
and you like it in Portland.
I rode it in Portland too. Yeah,
it's nice.
And I will tell you that I enjoy every light rail ride I've been on.
Because you live and work in Seattle.
Well, I understand that there's issues too. However, no, I think it's too expensive. I'm not okay with the.
Well, and they don't charge fares.
Yeah, that I found ridiculous.
I mean, they're supposed to. They say you do, but I mean,
yes.
I know we're not a turnstile city, and everyone says that we're not New York. Well, maybe we should be.
Why shouldn't we be?
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
To make sure that people pay for the service.
Exactly.
This isn't a free trip. It shouldn't be. I mean, it's 54. We're getting charged every time we redo our tab.
And we're looking at those folks too who know better and try to get around it.
Yeah.
Do we get equally as mad when everybody else lies to us? Because I get mad if the Sound Transit lying to us or whoever lying to us. But do we all just do we pick and choose who we get mad at who lied to us?
Well, I think we should be upset because, again, it's all our money. We're trusting people with our money to do the right thing with our money, and then they try to pull one over and say, "Oh, we're under budget."
What Sully, you know better than me. What year was the best that Sound Transit has done with our money? What year?
Well, I would say over the last 2 years in terms of opening things, in terms of getting things open. Linwood, getting up through the U District, getting down to Angle Lake, opening up the East Link through Bellevue. But now the thing is that they got to get across the lake, man. They've got to get across the lake or this thing doesn't do anything. Yeah. It just serves Seattle. And I'm not sure how that's going to go. Right now they say it's on track for 2026 early. That would be 3 years behind schedule. But come back to me when they're really running test trains across there, getting ready for operational service.
Sully, look out for Pierce County, baby.
I know, trust me. They did vote down ST3. Let's not forget, they voted it down.
Okay, we've been critical of Dow Constantine, Chef. Can we put it top of our list that we want Dow to join us to respond to this?
Yeah, I'd love to hear from him.
Yeah.
Dow ain't joining us.
Why not? I think he would. He's joined us before.
Last time we talked, he said, yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Wait. I'm going crazy. He's been on the show since I've been here.
Yeah,
I think twice.
When he was county executive.
Yeah, it's real short notice ones, though.
I don't remember talking to Dow ever in my life.
We did.
So that's
Very
what
early
did he
on.
need? Sorry.
How did he go from?
I'm jaded on this.
How did he go from King County Executive to CEO of Sound Transit?
When he appointed the members of the board, and then the board voted him in?
Vote of the people, right?
Don't get me started on the board not being elected.
We got to get out of here before Brady get mad. Scenarios next, Gee Ursula.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians. Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive host pack.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Hey, Dan, that spaceship-wide lunch meeting at noon, please say it's not more astronaut ice cream and powdered orange drink.
Negatory. Ground Control hooked us up with EasyCater, so now we can order from a galaxy of restaurants with tools to stay on budget and meet our dietary needs.
Thank heavens. My dairy tolerance and anti-gravity is not great.
And with EasyCater, it's all on one simple platform, so we can focus on space stuff, like that asteroid. So how about tacos? Hold the cheese.
EasyCater, a stellar way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
When you start thinking seriously about your retirement, it sneaks up on you. One day you're planning kids' activities. The next, you're thinking about Social Security, travel plans, and maybe grandkids. You can't just hope that your savings are going to stretch. You need a plan that actually fits your life and your life goals. And that's where Trajan Wealth comes in. At Trajan Wealth, you're working with fiduciary advisors, which means they are obligated to act in your best interest. And let me tell you, you can feel the difference. Trajan is veteran-owned and family-run. I love that. They specialize in helping people with $500,000 or more in savings to protect and grow what you have worked so hard for. Call Trajan. That's TRAJAN. Trajan Wealth at 206-656-3300. That's 206-656-3300. Or visit TrajanWealth.com.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
The insurance world, it can be confusing. So have First Mark Insurance guide you through it by taking the free First Mark Challenge. They'll explore offerings from top carriers for better coverage and lower rates. They save the Heward family thousands. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
Black Friday deals are back at Dania Furniture. For a limited time, discover incredible savings on Nordic-inspired furniture and decor for every space in your home. From statement pieces for your living room to instant upgrades for the dining room, bedroom, and more. It's the perfect time to refresh your favorite space or reimagine your entire home. Dania Furniture. We make it simple. You make it home. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at daniafurniture.com.
All right, let's get to scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
You know those TV commercials that show people getting a car for Christmas? You know, like it's usually a Mercedes-Benz in the driveway or Cadillac or a Lexus with a big old red bow around it, right? Well, this weekend, my wife saw one of those commercials and talked about how romantic that is and what a dream of a lifetime that it would be. I didn't think much of it, but I said, well, you know, I'm a romantic guy. I said it as a joke, but tears came down her eyes.
Oh, no.
And now she thinks I'm getting her a luxury car for Christmas. I can feel it. I'm not. We can't afford it. And it's just not going to happen. But what do? I already, just even me saying that, I feel like there's going to be sheer disappointment on Christmas. I don't want her going through the next few weeks of expecting this amazing gift only to be let down. I don't know how to walk this back or even bring it up. So help. Maybe I should start a GoFundMe. Either way, yeah, you know how people do those. Either way, I really need help with this. What should I do? 888-973-5476 is the text line. Ursula, what you got?
You need to grow a spine.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I thought about it. You need to open up your mouth and your heart and say, I know that you really lit up when we talked about in the car and the bow and how you thought it was romantic. And I said I want to be romantic, but I want to make sure you know that right now we can't afford a car.
Yeah.
So I would love to show romance in a different way.
That's going to go over real well.
That's going to go over real well. So what would you do? Romance in a different way.
Find a different way to be very thoughtful.
Okay, what'd you do?
There's other things. It's not just a car or nothing.
She's set on a car.
You are married. You are husband and wife, and you cannot have this kind of communication. She should know the status of your bank account as well.
That's true.
Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Please.
How is it that you would believe that, like, somehow your husband had either $50,000 squirreled away somewhere you didn't know about, or you could afford an extra $850 a month in payments plus insurance, and so you'd expect this? Either you're completely locked out of your finance. The woman is. She's either completely locked out of the finance. Big red flag. Or she has expectations that do not meet their budget standards.
That's right.
And if that is the case, that is an even bigger red flag.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing in the world would be in a marriage where your partner is demanding a better lifestyle from you. Like, y'all need to talk, because the whole, you need to make more money. Good luck.
Or the idea that he doesn't feel comfortable to talk to his own wife about expectations that are way beyond anything that he could put forth at this juncture of their lives.
Can I give you another?
I love this. Was it Jana in Edmonds said, rent a luxury car and go do something special. But again, long before Christmas, make sure she knows it's not going to be a car. But you're going to try to do something romantic anyway.
Okay. I agree with all of that being said. But I want to just say something to really maybe change up this conversation and say some things that maybe don't get talked about very often. No, I'm being serious.
Okay.
Because when Chef said that, that's kind of, it's kind of a red flag that she doesn't understand the finances enough to know that they can't afford it. And I'm just what I want to say. Sometimes there are situations where the man might act as if he's making more money.
This is true.
Right? And so they do a lot because there's a pressure. Right? I don't know what your friend groups are. I don't know anything about that. I don't know who your friends are, all that. And so you're hanging out with these friends and Lois just got a new car by Brad and Becky got a new car. And so you're the one and you're like,
But again, your husband has been duping you and better let her know the truth now.
Yeah.
You don't want something to happen to you and then she finds out you are broke as hell. And now she's stuck picking up the pieces, which I think it wasn't a Dateline, but there was a story like that where someone was able to convince their partner, might be one of those reality housewives shows, but someone was able to convince their partner that they had so much money and in fact they were broke.
Mm-hmm.
I think it happens more often than we like to admit.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then
that whole keeping up with the Joneses is a real thing.
You also, when you're keeping up with the Jones, you can't look at their net worth. Like Lois and Becky might have a new car, but Lois and Becky might have a net worth of negative $800,000.
For sure.
Because they don't own their house. Yeah. They don't own those cars. They don't own the boat. They're making payments on it. And they're living paycheck to paycheck, making $250,000 a year as a couple.
I'm telling you. Sometimes it's good to keep the Honda Pilot for a whole bunch of years. You know what I'm saying? And have some money in the bank. No, for
You're
real.
referring to us in our 2003 Honda Pilot.
Oh, that was a coincidence.
Yeah. Okay, Doug in Mount Vernon says, scenarios. Look, honey, it's your new car. Oh, by the way, I cashed out the 401k.
Right? Like, no, seriously, like have these discussions because just because they pull up in a Mercedes Benz does not mean the finances are great. Credit cards can be maxed out right that time. 401ks can be tapped into. That's what I'm saying. Get you a 2003 Honda Pilot and get your money up. Hey, seriously. Can I borrow $100? Because y'all got it. Hey, coming up next here to Gee Ursula Show, we got the 11 o'clock hour and Charlie Harger. You guys don't want to miss this. He's going to join us to talk about Gary Ridgway and also the response from Auburn Mayor Nancy Backus. That happens next. Gee and Ursula.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99 now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, Dan, that spaceship-wide lunch meeting at noon, please say it's not more astronaut ice cream and powdered orange drink.
Negatory. Ground Control hooked us up with EasyCater, so now we can order from a galaxy of restaurants with tools to stay on budget and meet our dietary needs.
Thank heavens. My dairy tolerance and anti-gravity is not great.
And with EasyCater, it's all on one simple platform, so we can focus on space stuff, like that asteroid. So how about tacos? Hold the cheese.
EasyCater, a stellar way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Thinking about retiring and wondering, am I going to be okay? Well, you're not alone. Women live longer and often end up handling finances solo. Truth is, the financial world doesn't make it easy. That's why Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop exists. It's a free Zoom event on December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Built to help women prepare for retirement without jargon, pressure, or assumptions. You'll learn how to build reliable income, protect savings from taxes and market swings, time Social Security and Medicare, and plan for a retirement that could last 30 years. Madrona Financial and CPAs break it down so it finally makes sense. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired, this is your chance to learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot now. Call 833-673-7373. That's 833-673-7373.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. With lawmakers demanding to know more about the strikes on alleged drug boats, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is doubling down.
We've only just begun striking narco boats.
And as for questions about a second strike on a boat in September, which killed survivors, and the White House insistence that a Navy admiral ordered it.
We always have the back of our commanders who are making decisions in difficult situations, and we do in this case and all these strikes. They're making judgment calls and ensuring that they defend the American people. They've done the right things. We'll keep doing that, and we have their backs, Mr. President. Good job.
Hegseth said he didn't know there were survivors. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cortez on Hegseth's comments at the White House cabinet meeting today.
It was notable that you heard Hegseth say that he supports the chain of command. He supports the admirals and generals, and that is because the administration has made it clear that it was not Hegseth who issued an order for a second strike, but that it was actually a Navy admiral. And Democrats argue that that's passing the buck. Hegseth said he's just showing support for those who are below him in the chain of command.
The wife of former Honduras President Juan Orlando Hernandez says he's been released from prison following a pardon from President Trump. The Bureau of Prisons confirmed it. He'd been sentenced to 45 years for aiding drug traffickers. He was arrested in 2022 at the request of the U.S. and convicted in New York. Voters in Tennessee's 7th congressional district are going to the polls today in an important race politically and nationwide. House Speaker Mike Johnson campaigned for the Republican candidate.
Special elections are strange animals, and anything can happen. And when you're in a deep red district, sometimes people assume that the Republican, the conservative will win, and you cannot assume that.
The holiday deals aren't over yet, as Chris Van Cleve reports.
Today's Travel Deal Tuesday.
It's a big deal.
Booking.com's Ben Harrell says this is their biggest collection of deals ever.
40% off of a lot of accommodations across the world. We have 25% off a lot of rental cars.
From flights to hotels to cruises, the travel world is on sale.
Travel Deal Tuesday is really the last day we're expecting to see really good prices for Christmas and New Year's trips.
Haley Berg is Hopper's lead economist.
We typically see 3 to 4 times more bookings than on the average Tuesday or on Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow Jones Industrial's up 147 points, and the NASDAQ Composite Index up by 143. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A street racing takeover and gunfire rattles a Pierce County neighborhood. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. In Federal Way, one lane is closed for maintenance on northbound I-5. The backup is 3 miles right now. Travel time, Federal Way to Seattle, 44 minutes. You're still dealing with a crash that's blocking a lane on I-405 northbound near the VMAC. You're backed up to State Route 167. Traffic brought to you by Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's Complete Auto Repair has earned local trust with honest pricing and guaranteed repairs. That's why they're Carfax preferred. Buc-ee's.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. A home in Pierce County is riddled with bullet holes after a street takeover in Parkland over the weekend. KIRO 7 TV's Madeline Ottley reports.
You can still see the skid marks from cars that were doing donuts here. A woman who lives nearby says the whole thing ended in that gunfire. She ended up finding several bullet holes in her fence, one in her husband's truck, and another near her front door.
We have a 4-year-old son. Thank God his room's on the opposite side of the house.
Pierce County Sheriff's Office confirmed to me they got a ton of 911 calls, but they couldn't respond until they had enough deputies. Everyone was gone when those deputies got here, and no arrests were made.
Seattle police checking out a car with expired tabs and a shattered window in the First Hill neighborhood say they found a driver nodding off with a drug pipe in his hand. They say they searched the car and uncovered a stash of fentanyl, Xanax, meth, cocaine, cash, baggies, and scales. They arrested him for suspected drug dealing. To Tacoma, where renters and landlords will be closely watching the city council today, which is considering changing a voter-approved tenant bill of rights. KIRO 7 TV's Ranji Sinha reports.
The changes could include changing the cap on late fees. The voter measure capped the fee at $10. The dates for a ban on winter evictions could also change. Also, groups like the Tacoma Housing Authority and some other affordable housing could be exempt from certain bans on evictions.
Under the city's charter, the council does have the ability to change voter-approved bills. Residents near Lake Tapps want the state to test 3 dead wild birds to see if they had bird flu. Jeff Lincoln tells KIRO 7 TV he's worried it could spread.
There's very large herds of dairy cattle in this area, and these birds are present on those farms.
State wildlife experts say they only test for bird flu when 10 to 15 birds die within a short period of time, although they are monitoring the situation. A dog is safe after falling 20 feet down a crevasse in Kittitas County. KIRO 7 TV's Eric Thomas has more.
This happened in the Roslyn Urban Forest. Nearly a dozen different teams had to come out to help rescue her after her owners realized she had disappeared while going on a walk. But it was a race against time. Luckily, after spending 7 long hours in the freezing water, they were able to pull her out.
She was absolutely fine. Scratches and bruises, but even those are fairly minor.
Those owners say they're grateful for all those who helped out with the rescue.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 47 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
It's the Gee and Ursula Show. Ursula, when you are thinking about purchasing of holiday gifts, Christmas gifts, how do you decide that? I have found that the best way is to figure out how much money you plan to save rather than how much money you plan to spend. Start at how much money you plan to save for the holidays. Then whatever's left, the balance of that is how much gets spent. I think people make the mistake. They decide how much they're going to spend first, and then they wonder why they hurting.
Yeah, and that's why people go in debt.
People are getting so much less from me this year. It's crazy.
You're warning now. You're communicating that on the radio. That anyone who normally, have you shortened your list?
Oh, that thing been shortened. but the difference is usually you get a card with some cash.
Now you just get the card.
You get the card.
Okay.
Because you want the meaning of Christmas.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, but understand that that's what you could be getting in return as well. You cool with that?
I don't get nothing but drawers and socks anyways.
Okay, we got to bring that up and agree to disagree.
Ask the fellas. Fellas, no, you don't get nothing for Christmas.
That's not true. That is not true. And if that is true, then you need to be a little more demanding. Okay, but tell us what you have on your Christmas list. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. But let's get to it.
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
Our friend and Seattle Morning News host Charlie Harker has been reporting exclusively on several stories. Charlie, you're here in studio. You have been on fire, and we said we've got to get you in studio to tell us what is going on. So let's start with Gary Ridgway. What do we know?
So I have spoken to 5 different sources who have different levels of knowledge of this story, and all 5 of them say that Gary Ridgway is approaching the end of his life, receiving some form of end-of-life care. I think a lot of people might think, okay, first of all, who's Gary Ridgway? Gary Ridgway is the Green River Killer. Right. He is somebody who has pleaded guilty to murdering 49 women in King County. At the time he pleaded, that was the single most notorious serial killer in America.
Yes.
This is a bad man. I interviewed him. I was the first person a media member and last to interview him while he was in prison. It was a series of 6 different prison phone calls back in 2013. So I've maintained a connection with people who know and have background on this story. 5 people either involved or who are in a position to know say he's receiving this end-of-life care now. So that does not mean he is necessarily in hospice. On his deathbed. This could mean a multiple of different things.
Yes.
But what it does mean is at some point he is nearer death than he is away from it.
I guess what it means to me, just having gone through this with some loved ones, they've exhausted all options, and now it's just keeping him comfortable.
It could be. Yeah.
Potentially.
Think about that.
Think about that, though. Right? Exactly. When you're talking about someone who avoided the death penalty, and many would argue that after Gary Ridgway was able to avoid the death penalty, I mean, when would you ever apply the death penalty? If someone who has murdered at least 49 women, in conversations you had,
Ridgway told me
more.
Yeah, he told me as many as 85. We do know there are 3 women specifically who police believe he did murder, and they are almost able to prove it, but they have not found the bodies. And that's part of the thing, right? He would go out with detective crews and help search sites. That's why he was out in King County last year helping detectives one more time, kind of leading them along. They didn't find anything. But Ridgway tends to do that a lot. He tends to tell a story and
And I was going to ask you about that because in September of last year, I remember you were all on top of that story. I remember Gary Ridgway. It almost feels like he took a field trip, right? And he was able to get out and get some daylight and some fresh air, and they didn't find anything. So my question would be, do you know possibly when the end-of-life care maybe started with him?
My understanding is that the writing has been pretty clearly on the wall for a while now.
Okay.
I was uncomfortable reporting that when there was just one source saying that.
Yeah.
Now there are 5 sources saying that it is nearer to the end.
Is it okay? So I feel like, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like September was nothing more than let me get out and get some fresh air. That's my opinion. Are there any of your sources that like to think, because they found nothing in September, by the way. Are there anyone that believes that maybe this was one of his shenanigans all over again?
You got to think that this is somebody who is very unreliable. Backing up to 2013, Gary had established this relationship with a guy named Rob Fitzgerald.
Okay.
And Rob was really wanting to help find these victim bodies to bring some answers to families.
Mm-hmm.
And so Rob had all of these was CSI. He had a cadaver dog. He had ground penetrating radar. He'd gotten a lot of gear, and Ridgway would send him out, and he would have Rob search these sites, and Ridgway would be on the phone with him.
Okay.
And
toying with him?
Yeah, that's my takeaway. I went out on 6 different of these field trips with Ridgway on the phone, and it really did feel like he knew something about the site and wanted to get somebody out there to describe it. I don't know exactly what it was. It was so creepy, but he would have people go out, and you got to think that in his
manipulation,
and he's reliving it.
Yeah,
right.
For his benefit and joy.
But he's comfortable, right? This end of life care is for comfort. For Gary
people
Ridgway?
In prison are deserving of medical treatment, whether deserving or not. So you would imagine that is that he's getting a high professional level of care.
What is the Department of Corrections saying? Because I understand that they're pushing back on this idea that he's getting end-of-life care.
They are saying that his condition has not changed. They're unable to share much more than beyond that. They had made a claim to other media outlets that I had not reached out to them. I indeed reached out to them
like you.
On October 27th and spoke to their director of communications about who said at the time Ridgway's condition could not be shared. But they did assure that this would not be a Kevin Coe type of situation. The South Hill rapist, as you remember, different circumstances, but he was released into community care in Federal Way and then Auburn. And then back to Federal Way. This is a different kind of case, and I was assured back then, under no circumstances would Ridgway be released from prison.
That's a great segue, Ursula, since you're talking about Kevin Coe.
Yes, because Auburn's mayor was very vocal about Kevin Coe and the possibility of someone who was so sexually deviant and someone who hurt so many young women would potentially be moving into the community. And she was very vocal about that. And then again, your exclusive reporting, you found out that Nancy Backus, Auburn's mayor, actually wrote something in support of someone accused of a sex crime.
Oh, no, somebody who had pleaded.
Excuse me.
No, he had pleaded guilty. He admitted to raping a child. So Mayor Nancy Backus, while she was appearing on local media, she was, of course, upset, as we all were, about the concept of Kevin Coe being out in community custody. She also knew at that time I was investigating her and had asked her questions about why she had written a letter on behalf of a man who had pleaded guilty to, he was a youth pastor. He had pleaded guilty to raping a 15-year-old parishioner. I asked her why she wrote a letter, why she did that. She hadn't the story hadn't aired, but she was going around. I don't know if that was in her mind or not, but certainly was something I was investigating and she knew was being investigated. The story came out in late October.
Yeah.
And
she was running again?
She was running for mayor at the time. That was inconsequential to my timing. I'd found out about the story. I needed to get an investigation done, I's dotted, T's crossed. So we came out with that in October. I was on the show talking about that then. She had given a brief written statement. But there was pressure for the community, for Nancy Backus to maybe answer. Why would you write a letter like that? And there was not any response until last night. So last night.
To you?
Last night at a city council meeting.
Okay.
At the very end of the meeting, she says, I have a statement to make. This will be my only statement on the matter. We actually played like the entire 5 minutes of this on Seattle's Morning News this morning, which, much like the Department of Corrections, she says there were irregularities in my report, but did not say what
specify. I heard the comments.
Yeah. She said what was sent was actually a draft from her personal email to her city email. It did not wind up in front of the judge. She says that she had no contact with this youth pastor since June of 2022. She says she's very disgusted by his actions. Now, interestingly, in this council meeting last night, she made the claim that she did not find out about the actions of youth pastor Josh Headley until 2024. She didn't read the police report until then. Right before I came on the air, he's probably still texting me. I was in communication with Pastor LaShund Lambert, a pastor in Auburn. And as part of my story, I had asked him, and he said, Charlie, I told her specifically in May of 2022, before Backus even wrote this letter on behalf of Headley, he says, I laid out the specifics with her, what the police report says, what he's being accused of. Stay away from this guy. Backus last night says she didn't know the details until 2024. So there's a discrepancy between what the pastor is telling me and what Backus was telling the crowd at City Council last night.
Well, apparently Auburn doesn't care because she was voted back in again.
She was.
Right? I mean, so that's what we go through all the time, right? And it's clearly that's not true. And also, Charlie, you want to tell about the time that you had reached out to Nancy Backus, the mayor, and then all of a sudden you get correspondence and the person that you're asking about reaches out to you.
So, yeah, it was, I believe, October 3rd, something like that, October 2nd, 3rd, that I reached out to Nancy Backus via email. And I didn't hear back from her, but basically less than 48 hours after I sent that email to only her and the public disclosure requests I'd made through the city of Auburn, this guy, this Joshua Headley, sends me an email. Rapist. Yeah, I had never reached out to this guy in my life, and he randomly emails. Now, of course, the preponderance of the evidence is it's not random. But he says, I understand you might have a story coming out. I'd like to explain my side of the story. Yeah. Now, it was only Nancy Backus and the Public Disclosure Department. No one else in the city of Auburn got that contact from me.
Someone in her office or the mayor herself obviously informed.
And I should say
this person.
Right. I should say Backus has denied telling Headley, says she has not had communication.
Before you leave, didn't Headley get the endorsement or something like that from the Auburn Chamber of Commerce?
That's another, a lot of layers to this story. Yeah, you're right, because as a youth pastor and through some of the work he did during COVID, he was given an award under his Revive Church and Joshua Headley. That was in 2020. Oh, okay. He goes to prison for the rape of this girl in 2022. After he gets out of prison, he is operating a business as a marketing and video production person for political campaigns using a different name.
Oh, change the name.
Change the name.
Okay, convenient.
The name is changed. His original name appears nowhere on business filings. The alias has not been registered with the sex offender registry.
And worked on school campaigns,
right? Worked on school levy campaigns, multiple political campaigns. Oh. So the Chamber of Commerce, back to what you're saying, Gee, allows him to be a sponsor of an award ceremony, and he is nominated under this new name for an award for the Auburn Chamber.
Wait. The Auburn Chamber allowed him to be nominated under a new name?
Yes.
But you also found out that there was some kind of connection to the Auburn Chamber of Commerce.
What was that?
His wife is a board member of the Auburn Chamber.
Wow.
I want to point out one other thing that I heard in her apology that I heard aired on Seattle's Morning News. And you can read all about this on mynorthwest.com and also listen to the audio, I'm guessing. But she said that she believes in restorative justice. But then I also heard her say what I finally later figured out was horrendous, what he had actually done. That she believes in restorative justice, but what he had done was so horrific.
What he had done was so horrific, and part of restorative justice is that the victim and the perpetrator are also supposed to find some kind of common understanding.
That's right.
And I don't understand, as a dad of a teenager, how you would ever want the perpetrator and the victim to reach any sort of understanding.
Common understanding. Correct.
So again, sometimes, Ursula, when we talk about the news and the headlines and Charlie comes in and tells us these stories, oh, by the way, she was voted right back in as mayor. So once again, another story that happens and it don't matter.
Well,
it don't matter.
I want to point out a couple things. One is that, Charlie, when you were working on the story, and you'd been working on it months before she was running for re-election, I don't think that there was a whole lot of time before voters. I think there are a lot of voters who didn't know. And I also want to point out, and I just want to give you kudos for your excellent reporting. And it took dogged reporting on your part to get to this. No other media organizations are running this story.
Yeah.
But people did not want to touch it because it takes a lot of work.
It's not easy. It's not cheap. It is not something that you can do in an hour or two. This is something you have to dig into.
So now the story's out there. Nancy Backus gets on there, and she speaks in her own words, and she tells a lie in that situation, allegedly. And, again, she's still mayor. Nothing. And by the way, by the time you leave here, Charlie, we're going to move on to the next story, and we're going to move on, and Christmas is going to be here, New Year's going to be here. This is my whole point. We talk about these stories, and people don't get held accountable ever.
But what I like is that you pursued it, and even though it took a lot of work, you gave light to it, and we can't control how other people respond, but you did your job.
That's why we've got the best audience on KIRO News Radio, right?
Thank you.
Skylar from Auburn says Charlie Harger is the best reporter in Washington State.
Hear, hear.
Okay. Maybe you can buy me something aside from socks and drawers for my Christmas present, G.
Hey, people were...
Charlie, I just want to say, you look like the best reporter in the state of Washington with your quarter zip on, sir.
Yeah, when are you going to wear one, G?
I got to get it this week, bro.
Okay.
Thanks, Charlie.
Anytime.
All right. Coming up next, Agree to Disagree. Gee Ursula.
This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
One day, the words on the page blur. You hold the menu a little farther away. It's subtle until it's not. At Near and Far Vision Partners, we help you see clearly, near, far, and in between. Expert surgeons, advanced technology, sharper focus for every moment. Schedule your complimentary consultation at nearandfarvision.com or call 425-900-2414. Near and Far Vision Partners in Bothell.
Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians. Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive host pack.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
A blown left headlight is making Erica's drive to her son's soccer game darker and darker. So she goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Where a friendly AutoZoner finds her 2 new bulbs.
These lights have the most clarity.
And helps her get back on the road so she can brighten her drive and the cheering section.
All right.
See clearer and drive safer. With new lights, no hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Fall rains can expose hidden roof problems, and once water gets in, the damage only gets worse. Is your roof ready for the season? Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. At State Roofing and Exteriors, we repair and replace roofs with a quality you've trusted for decades. And yes, we also provide siding, windows, decks, and gutters to keep your entire home protected. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule a free estimate. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. The Bellingham resident accused of shooting 2 National Guard members just pleaded not guilty to murder and assault. One of the soldiers died from her injuries. A second remains in critical condition. The suspect, Ramana Lakhanwal, was shot in the confrontation. He appeared in court today virtually from a hospital bed, according to CNN. Lakhanwal is an Afghan national who was welcomed into the U.S. after working with the CIA during the Afghanistan war. The White House admits there was a second strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean, but Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says he did not know about it and that Admiral Mitchell Bradley gave the order. 2 survivors of the first strike died in the second. Washington Congressman Adam Smith.
The law of war is you cannot kill people who are no longer a threat to you. And clearly 2 wounded people clinging to a sinking boat in the middle of the Mediterranean, there is no plausible argument for how those two people are a threat.
As ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, Smith says he will meet with Bradley this week to get more details. Meantime, President Trump maintains he is taking out narco-terrorists, saying just now,
I want those boats taken out. And if we have to, we'll attack on land also, just like we attack on sea.
Issaquah-based Costco is suing the Trump administration over its tariffs. CBS's Michael Wallace reports.
In its suit filed at the U.S. Court of International Trade, the retail giant argues President Trump unlawfully used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose its tariffs. Costco is seeking a full refund on all the tariffs it has paid. The Supreme Court is considering whether Trump had the legal authority to impose the tariffs. Dozens of other companies, including Bumblebee and Kawasaki, have also filed lawsuits seeking tariff refunds.
The numbers on Cyber Monday are coming in. Adobe Analytics reports U.S. shoppers spent $14.25 billion. That's over 7% more than last year. Forbes is calling it the biggest online shopping day of all time in the U.S. Analysts say some of that is due to higher prices overall. President Trump was asked today about the affordability affordability problem in the U.S.
Affordability is a hoax that was started by Democrats who caused the problem of pricing, and they didn't end it.
Inflation has remained high with the president's tariffs playing a role. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 201 points, NASDAQ ahead 155. KIRO Newsradio traffic, here's Nate Connors.
Hey, thanks, Heather. The Emerald Queen Casino has our update. Here in Seattle, we've got road work north 5 at 520, taking up that left lane. It opens up, though, by the time you reach the Ship Canal Bridge. It's just a brief closure, but that backup begins at the Michigan Curve, turns into a bumper-to-bumper jam just past I-90. And then add to that, we've got a crash blocking the exit lane to Mercer. It is prior to the exit tunnel, so you can still take the off-ramp. South Center to Seattle, 25 minutes, about a 10-minute delay. Over to Renton, North 405 are heavy through the S-curves, up to Northeast 44th by the VMAC. Looks like this is just volume. Renton to Bellevue, 25 minutes. But then there's more slowing in Bellevue between I-90 and Northeast 8th due to road work. And a reminder that we have that northbound 167 back up through the Pacific Bridge work zone. Plan on 10 minutes to clear this. The rest of the map looking good. Prepare to be enchanted. Mentalists and illusionists, the Clairvoyants, come to the Emerald Queen Casino December 4th for a holiday spectacular. The Clairvoyants, December 4th, only at Emerald Queen Casino. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 47 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show. It is already 11:34 on this Tuesday, December 12th. Man, I don't want to rush it.
Oh, you messing up dates like I do. Uh-oh.
Well, I was just thinking, though, that this day has gone by so fast. It is time now for us to agree to disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
Let's start it simple here, Ursula. You teased it. G claimed that dads never get presents, and the only presents they get are socks and drawers. Is it hard to shop for the guys in your life? Do dads not need gifts, Ursula?
No. I always want to make sure that both my husband and then when my dad was alive and my father-in-law was alive, that they would get gifts that did not have anything to do with underwear and socks are necessities. They are not Christmas gifts. They're stocking stuffers, if anything.
What's more important,
not
everyone?
anything that you unwrap
nice
under
socks.
the tree.
What's more important? What's more important during the holidays? Is it
being
more
together?
Is it? Yeah, sure. Yes, that's important. That's important. But what's most important? Mom's gifts or dad's gifts?
Oh, there are oftentimes moms are overlooked. Are you kidding me? It's all about the kids.
Whoa.
Oh, we have done stories about that.
About how mom has an empty stocking because she's the one that fills up the stocking.
Yes.
Okay.
Or she has to put things in her own stocking.
Yes, or mom has to buy her own gifts so she doesn't have an empty spot under the tree.
But at least moms come before dads. I mean, let's be real.
I think you're feeling the whole pain of Father's Day coming around the same time as graduation. Dads are always overlooked. Is that the point? Because I saw people were agreeing with you on our text line.
Look, the TV shows, Married with Children, Homer Simpson, TV shows
so
have
dogging
always...
the dads.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. It's amazing how TV and media can shape the narrative of people's minds on a lot of topics.
So I try to go against that grain and try to be thoughtful when it comes to my husband. Now, he's not one who wants much. I make it really easy. I tell him exactly what I want, and he does a great job of, because I think I'm within reason. But he is one of those that is harder to shop for. Because he says, if I want it, I'll get it throughout the year. And I'm like, well, that's no fun.
I bet you your sister's listening right now. Who's more important for the gift, for her or for her husband? Who do you think you got to hit the home run for?
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're saying, but I guarantee it's her new husband, so they're newly married, and I'm going to guess that she would even say. But I understand what you're saying. Traditionally. You're saying that it's more important to make sure that the woman is happy when it comes to gifts.
Ladies, just don't worry about it. If you think that your man is hard to shop for, there's only one thing that guys want for Christmas or for their birthday or for the anniversary
let me guess.
and Valentine's Day, and it doesn't cost anything.
Okay, wait.
Hey,
is he speaking for you too?
Nah, he ain't speaking for me. hey, Brady.
What's up?
What's more important? Who gets shown more love, the mom or the dad?
I mean, I'd have to go with the mom. I'm also in a unique situation because
it's your birthday.
It's my birthday, and I mean, Lord willing, someone ever agrees to marry me, and I have kids and everything. I'm already overlooked now. You're going to add a layer on top of it. Like, I've been bred and raised to be overlooked. 6'4", and you're still going over me.
Oh, that is so good, Brady.
If I only had a tail.
Brady. Hey, Brady. Have you jumped on any dating sites, bro?
Gee, I have been on them for years. I've come to the reasonable conclusion that something's wrong with me.
No.
There's something that's just keeping him away.
No.
Something.
Do you message a lot of people?
Well, you have to match, and that's the first problem. You don't get the match.
Oh,
you don't get the message.
Did we not talk about this yesterday?
Yeah, we just talked about it yesterday. It's a woman's world in the dating app scene.
Oh, it is 100% catered to them. They got all the options.
Yes.
I'm sitting over here begging for a crumb. Just show me that I'm a human. I want just something.
I mean, what have you said your hobbies are, Brady?
Well, I mean, it can go all over the place. I mean, sports over one. I mean, we can go into music. We can go into like golfing. We can go into bowling. We can go into just hanging out at bars. We can go into just a romantic getaway.
Oh,
I'm not a hiker, so
are you a romantic guy?
Okay, I'll say this because we talked about it earlier. I would consider myself, in my dumpster fire of relationship history, to be very romantic. However, not financially romantic because I don't got that locked in yet.
Oh, so finance dictate a lot, huh, Ursula?
Oh yeah.
Brady.
Not for me.
Brady, I think I made $10,000 the first year that I dated Gabby. So there is hope. Also,
I use the money when I have a chance in the ways I can. But if you're expecting a Lexus or a Mercedes, keep on stepping. That ain't me.
Well, you don't want to try and attract that kind of lady. Anyways, I just checked right now. The website datebrady.com is open and for sale. I don't know if we should start a datebrady.com website.
You're going to get some interesting responses to that thing.
Absolutely genius, chef.
What?
Is it really open?
Yeah, I mean, remember the lady in San Francisco? She put up the billboards everywhere. That was like marylisa.com.
Grab it. You should grab it. Let's make it an experiment on the Gee and Ursula Show. We'll check in with you.
No, Brady, the thing is, like, grab it, bro. Hey, Brady, can I ask this though too? Because yesterday we were talking about, like, I gave the reason why a lot of times, because they're saying that men are like giving up. They're like, whatever, I'm giving up now.
Yep.
One of the biggest reasons is because it costs a lot of money to date.
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
It does cost a lot of money to date. I mean, I'd say it's gone in an uptrend of women expecting a little bit more, a little bit sooner each step of the way. So every time you try to do anything minimal early on, it can be just overlooked or seen as not enough, or this guy just clearly don't got the money, or he's not willing to spend it on me kind of stuff. And I mean, I'm not out here making millions. So it's going to be pretty condensed at the beginning.
I'm gonna say this to you, Brady. You want to know the unique factor, one of the things that I love about you, and one of the reasons why you're going to attract someone. I love how just authentic that you are, and how you just say it, right? You know how many people that have such a problem with admitting and being vulnerable and saying these things? So that quality alone, don't change that, because there's 8 billion people on the planet. I promise you, there's one that'll love that.
Can I tell you something about Brady? Brady is like one of the most genuine dudes.
Yes, he is.
Funny dudes. Yes. And if you're looking for a guy that's like the perfect guy to coach like your little kids at t-ball or baseball, like Brady loves kids. It's a great dude. One of my favorite guys here.
Okay, getbrady.com.
And I have been a Little League coach for one season, so.
Hey, go get that website, Brady. This is your chance, baby. And your birthday is on Christmas. Hey, do you still, by the way, tell the people your tradition, you and your mom and dad always go to the casino on Christmas.
Yep, every year after Christmas dinner, we go out to the casino.
Oh, wait.
You can find me on Christmas after dinner. You can find me at the local blackjack table trying to get with it with all the other degenerates.
At least maybe you get lucky there. Okay, hey, just real quick though.
Yeah.
Help us out then, because this started off with a guys or dads don't get anything, guys never get anything at Christmas. What do you want for Christmas then? What do men really want for Christmas other than what Chef said? I know. I know someone who would agree with you, Chef, but let's say something else.
You know what?
What is it? What is it that would make you happy?
Hey, you know what? Text in.
Yes.
Fellas, text in
Help
what
the
you
girl
want,
out.
because I want to know. Because it might give me an idea of what I want. Because you know what? Soon as you let me know, I'm going to send a text message and say, hey, this is what I want for Christmas.
I have an answer.
You do?
And that is simply a gift card to whatever outlet sells things related to his niche hobby.
Yeah.
That's permission to spend money.
Hey, 360 brings up a good point, Brady. I know we're late. 360 says Brady needs to find a country girl. Get out of the city, bro.
I went
agree.
to college in Ellensburg for 4 years. I was surrounded by plenty. They didn't want it. I guess I was too city.
Wait. Now, okay, mom speaking here. Now, I'm starting to think maybe.
Okay, wait. Let's hold that. We got to go back.
Okay, we'll go.
We're going to come back. We got more with Brady next. Gee Ursula.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
The holiday season is packed with events and celebrations, many of them including alcohol. If you find yourself in an unfortunate situation, arrested for DUI, your first call needs to be to DUI Heroes. Jonathan and his team will defend you, looking after the person who just made that mistake. DUI Heroes is a DUI defense specialist. All they do is DUI and handling cases all over Washington State. Jonathan and his team don't just defend cases, they defend you. Let them be your hero. DUI Heroes, DUIHeroes.com.
Hi, this is Keith Dashafi, owner of Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. This holiday season, give your home the gift it's been waiting for. Beautiful new windows and doors from Pella, making your home brighter, cozier, and more energy efficient for the year ahead. Right now, enjoy 40% off qualifying installs or 24 months of zero interest with equal payments. Premium products, expert installation, and service that feels like family. It's why homeowners across the Northwest trust Pella. Visit PellaPNW.com to schedule your in-home consultation today.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Are you looking at senior living options for you or a loved one? If so, you likely have many questions like, what can I afford? How long will my savings last? And if I run out of money, will I have to move out? If these questions are weighing on you, I'm here to talk you through different solutions. Hi, I'm Amanda from Care Partners Senior Living. At Care Partners, we're focused on offering high-quality, compassionate care at very affordable prices to help stretch and preserve your assets. And if you ever run out of funds and need to convert to Medicaid, you won't have to move. We have vibrant communities throughout Western Washington, Spokane, and Arizona offering independent, assisted living, and memory care. Our caregivers are some of the most loving and genuine people you'll ever meet. Stretch your assets, preserve your estate, and never worry about moving. That's peace of mind in the Care Partners Living Difference. Learn more at carepartnersliving.com. Care Partners is excited to announce our newest communities in Port Orchard, Sumner, Snohomish, and North Creek Bothell. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
What does VA mean to me?
A place for my daughter to call home. Thanks to the VA Home Loan.
A new lease on life. The best healthcare team I've ever had is here at VA.
And education, and the opportunity to open doors I never thought possible with my GI Bill.
The financial support I need to manage the disabilities I developed because of my service.
Get what you earn. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
Make this the last holiday season in that old kitchen. Hi, this is Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Our solid wood refacing system delivers a luxurious new kitchen way easier and less expensive than a tear out. You won't believe the difference. Heritage Homecraft's specialty is custom cabinet refacing and quartz countertops. With Heritage Homecraft, custom means built from scratch just for you. Our own craftsmen, not subcontractors, will reface your existing cabinet boxes with 1/4-inch thick solid hardwood and add new custom-built solid hardwood doors. We can make design changes, add cabinets, install custom features, and top it all off with a brand new quartz countertop. With the holidays here, I know everyone's busy, but if you order your new Heritage Homecraft kitchen now for select install dates after the new year, I'll give you 12% off the entire project. Hey, all year long and especially next holiday season, you'll be delighted that you did. Call today, Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for fast, friendly service with guaranteed repairs. With 16 family-owned locations and a Carfax preferred badge, Bucky's makes it easy with same-day service and available financing. Visit buckys.com.
It's the Gee and Ursula Show. Now, what y'all want us to do? Y'all want us to do text messages, or do you guys want us to talk to Brady again?
How about we do both? Let's start off with talking to Brady.
Okay.
Because
you were going
right
to say
before
something
the
to Brady.
break, I was going to say, okay, Mom's speaking here because you said you couldn't find anybody while you were in college. I'm wondering if maybe you overlooked some signs that maybe there are people who would be interested, but you just assume that they're not. Because,
well, I mean,
dude, you're a catch.
Men are oblivious to subtle hints. That is well-known aspect. So for women, simple advice, don't make it blatantly obvious, but they're going to miss the first one.
Blatantly obvious.
Or
if you
make
want to
it
be
blatantly
nice, you can
obvious.
make it blatantly obvious.
Yeah. Or how about this? You go on a limb. And you make it blatantly obvious.
Oh, I can. It's just situational based. If it's a herd of women, you got to wait for at least one to branch off. You go up to a group of women more times than not, you have one friend that will just immediately say, well, she's not interested. I'm like, well, was I talking to you? That's the attitude that's the reason why I'm not talking to you. That attitude right there.
Hey, Brady, I want to read this text from Irene.
Okay.
Irene from Tacoma. I bet KIRO listeners skew a bit older. There's got to be a lot of parents, grandparents, aunties, and uncles that have young women in their lives about Brady's age. Now, if he doesn't care about age, some of those moms, grandmas, and aunties might be interested.
To which I said.
To which you said, Ursula.
No.
And to which me and Chef,
we're like, yeah.
Yeah, you guys said, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so just so I know, Brady, is there an age range?
I mean, it's not a hard age range, but there's definitely, if you got the label of auntie already, that's probably a no.
Well, first of
Or
all,
grandma.
and some family, wait.
Come on.
Has any auntie ever made it explicit to you?
Hold on, I know
Thankfully,
some.
no.
I know some 18-year-old
Brady, keep
aunties.
with what
There's
you're thinking.
18-year-old
You're good.
aunties out here. There's some aunties that's young.
That's not what you're talking
That's not
about.
the general auntie I'm thinking
Okay, so
of.
what's your hard stop age?
I'm about to turn 28. So, I mean, I'd say my hard high cap would be 32.
There you go.
Oh, dude, you got to expand that. Are you kidding me?
28? You say 32? Come on, my boy.
Well,
He's looking for a long-term relationship.
Looking for something relatively around my age. I'm not super far advanced in my life, so I can't just go out to get somebody that's fully established, expecting me to already be on their same level. I'm not there.
Okay, Brady.
Dude, you're 6'4", though.
You're 6'4".
Everybody says that. I'm great at bars. I'm the Periscope neck. You need to know where somebody at. Just let me know.
Okay, Brady, I want you to stick to your guns. Stick with your principles, and the right person will come along.
I appreciate it. I'm going to keep trying.
And, buddy, if you ever need me to pick up something off the ground for you so you don't hurt your back, I got you.
My back's and my knees kind of hurt.
And Brady, I would raise that age limit up, my boy. 55?
No.
He's not looking to be someone's boy toy.
That's about double my age. That's reverse Bill Belichick, and I'm not about it.
Okay, let's go squeeze in a few others because a lot of people weighing in. What do men want for Christmas? Kurt in Broadview says, Evel Knievel stunt cycle. I never got the real one when I was a kid, and every year I remind my wife about it. Kurt, I'm thinking that she's not going to go for it. If she hasn't gotten it for you yet, it's not going to happen. Bobby in Tacoma says, Chef has the only answer. Everything else I can buy for myself, and I do. Ha, ha, ha. I make it easy. Buy me a G-Shock, Citizen Eco Drive, or some cologne, and I'll be fine.
All right. It's time for words to live by. By the way, Brady, man, what do you got, Ursula?
I was so into that whole Brady thing that I'm kind of hurting right now. Can you give me a second? Yeah, keep giving Brady advice.
Okay.
I'll come up with a good one.
Hey, Brady. There's some text messages coming in. And listen, man. Okay, you're 28.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting 55. But I would raise the age limit up a little bit. If you could be president at 80 of the United States, you can raise up to 35 at least.
We got pictures coming in.
Oh my God.
Got pictures coming in.
Okay, this is a Brene Brown quote.
Oh, great.
For the day.
We need a dating app.
Yeah. This may be apropos.
Okay.
Only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. That's for you, Brady.
I appreciate it. I mean, you got to give me a few minutes to think on it for a snappy comeback.
The thing is, Brady, I'm telling you, dude, you're hilarious, and you always got some good stuff. And more importantly, here's what you definitely don't change. Continue to be a kind person.
Yes.
I promise you. They say things like nice guys. No, that's a lie.
It's a lie.
Nice guys finish first. I promise you, bro.
I mean, you can say nice guys finish last. At least we still finish. So, I mean, as long as we get there. And one more thing to end it, based on what we were talking about from people from working from home and everything. Like, if you work from home, you've lost the right to complain. You've lost that right.
Ooh.
That's my last time.
Uh-oh.
Hot take, Brady. All right, we got to get out of here. The Jake and Spike show, they're coming in next. Find Brady somebody. Thanks, Ursula. Thank you. Thanks, Chef. Brady, you the man, bruh. Is there one more word you got to go? Anything before we go?
Hey, man, I'm a nice guy. I like to be funny. Get me some Mariners tickets. We're going to have a good time.
Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Have you tried the dining district at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends. And explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at BellevueCollection.com/dining district.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
83 or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
83 or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
83 or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
83 or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now the company's changed, or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300, 206-656-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hurry, time's running out. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel